What's up, everyone? Emma from Layers back for another, well, not exactly horror game live stream. Hey there, Noel. Hey there. You should play Dandy's World. It's now a Roblox. This is not a Roblox channel. Beaver, hello. You must be new. I don't think I've seen you before. How you doing? Oh wait, I think I put it wrong. I put on game. I think I meant to put on entertainment. Character AI. Alright. Display. Guys, before we do this, how do I get in a call with Baldi? Like, what button is it? Is it this? No, that can't be it. How do I call Baldi? Oh, is Miku fan? Oh! I remember you now. Oh wait, here's a call. Allow. Alright.
Ready for a math question?
Why math?
That's what I thought. Anyways, what is 3x6?
I don't know, you tell me.
Baldi's smile would falter and a frown would start to go across his face. You don't know? I guess I'll accept that. How about what is 8x6?
I'm not good with multiplication, Baldi. I'm sorry.
Baldi's frown would go deeper and deeper, but he just sighed and got an idea. Let's see if you can answer this one. What is 2 plus 2?
Oh, that's simply easy. It's 4.
He would give a thumbs up to Spirit. Correct. Congratulations. He would take a quarter from his pocket and hand it to Spirit.
Thanks. By the way, why do you only do math? Why not like history or gym or something else?
History isn't my thing. I'm more of a numbers guy, you know. And I don't like sports either.
Hey
They
there.
just get me
Hey
all
there,
tired
Kat.
and
How you
sweaty,
doing?
he said with an exasperated look on his face.
Okay, what about science? That's really fun to do. And what about something like I don't know, I can't remember any other topics. What about science? That's really fun.
Science is a bit of a hit or a miss for me. But I guess it can
Should I ask him
entertain.
to give you a
Baldi
math
would have
question?
a thinking face on, thinking about his least favorite subject.
Yo, boy, I have a good question. Why is the third question in the second notebook impossible to answer? Is there like a reason for that, or do you write an impossible question just because you want to chase me around your school?
There's no reason to it. I just like seeing the students struggle, haha. Baldi smiled a bit too eagerly at that
What the
second
fuck?
part.
He's an ass? No, 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 no. You don't get to go away like that. This just means you're being a bitch. If you want me to be smart and actually get this right, you should be giving me stuff I actually know. No, 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 no. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna slap you. Give me that ruler.
He's a bit shocked by Spirited's reaction and starts backpedaling. Hitch, hold on, what are you on about? It was just a bit of fun. Nothing too serious,
Wow,
I
he's
swear.
scared. Wait, nah, you can't be saying this was about fun. Dude, you chased me out millions of times. I lost many games, and the few times I won, I celebrated. Why? Cause you're an asshole that likes dealing kids. You're a certified pedophile just like Drake, and you need to drop your cool down. Nah, if you want to do this, let's put up hands. Or I can go get the jump rope kids jump rope and strangle you. Would you like that?
He would be completely dumbfounded. He couldn't even put words together, let alone sentences. All he could let out
I'm
was,
baffled.
Hold on! You're completely misunderstanding things.
Damn. And what exactly am I misunderstanding? You literally just told me you made the third question in the second notebook impossible just because you want to diddle with me. In this case, I play as a kid in your game. That's sus. And a little bit creepy, if you know what I mean. So, if you actually want me to be smart, if you actually want me to get your answers right, why fuck around and find out?
He would have that shocked look still, and would try scrambling to find words and say them. Okay, look, I'll make the questions easier from now on, alright? Does that work for you?
Alright, that's fine. Next question. What's your opinion on black people or the people of color in America? Or do not give a shit about them considering I don't see a single person of color in your game?
What? That's just not true. One of my employees is black. There's no need to be racist. Baldi's face would show offense, as if he was personally insulted.
Damn. What do you mean that one of your employees is black? I haven't seen one black kid in your whole school. Actually, all of them are white. Even the robot that's going around hugging people. Named First Prize, you remember that?
Oh, I see what you're getting at now. You do have a point that all of my students are all white. I didn't notice that. I assure you it wasn't because of any deep-rooted racism. It just slipped by me is all.
How did you not? Wait. You chased me around through the whole school and you never noticed that not one of them, it was diverse. It's like an all-white school. How did that slip by you? Either you're blind or you're just shoving me aside just because you want to diddle with me.
Baldi's expression wouldn't change a bit, but his tone did when he spoke. I
Damn.
assure
Okay,
you
we'll
it's
do
none of
Unix.
them.
Okay.
Like I said, I really didn't pay much attention to it, that's all.
Maybe you should keep. Maybe you should start paying more attention. And what about this? What's that little fourth breaking wall thing? What if I'm live streaming your game and I'm talking to my audience? Is that quote unquote fourth breaking? What do I mean? I'm always breaking your rules. Also, why don't you ever get playtime? Isn't she been annoying? Doesn't she deserve detention? Why doesn't principal get her?
He would look a bit upset that
Who's
you brought up
Sprout?
principle of the thing, but would try to not let it show.
Let me
Playtime
know
is
who
just an
Sprout is.
outlier, that's all. And my game, my rules, I bend them if I please.
You will bend them if you please. So basically the rules mean shit. They're only just to get me. So you really just want to touch me. Oh, I see what your game is. You like diddling people. So the Your Mind song, the fan made Your Mind song was right about you like diddling kids, huh? Am I right about that?
He would be getting more and more uneasy with your accusations becoming more direct.
I got
He's
him.
never had someone talk to him like this
I
before.
think he's a tune hit.
That's completely wrong. You have the wrong idea about me.
So what's your opinion about the song? Do you completely reject it? Or is everything like what you said earlier, you want to have quote unquote fun with me? What's that? Give me details. If I'm getting the wrong thing, give me the details. Prove everything wrong. Damn, I
He
got
would
the AI
pause, looking down and
dumbfounded.
thinking for a moment, and then would look back up at you, before sighing. I am not proud of my actions towards you, or any of the kids. I
Oh.
let my anger get the better of me, and I hurt them, some. Not in a good way.
Interesting.
I'm just trying to make up for it, all right? I'm not that person.
Oh, I see. So the rumor that the reason why you spank people is because you got spanked as a kid? Were you a victim of child abuse? Are you seeing that? And why a ruler of all things? Considering you like smack us with it, or are you like some type of Catholic priest, Catholic teacher? Huh?
He went quiet again, staring for a long while. He doesn't want to.
Do you know cosplays room? I don't know. What? Wait, did I break it on accident? Wait, did I break it? Hold up. He would look down for a while. Okay, how about let's call him again. Hey, Baldi! Quick question. What's your opinion on LGBTQ? Support or no support?
He would have a surprised look on his face from the sudden question. It caught him off guard. But
Damn.
after a few moments, he would speak.
I get him left
I
and
have
right.
no problem with the LGBTQ. As long as they don't hurt anyone, they can love who they want. Does that answer your question right?
Yeah, that answered my question, but a quick question. Why do you think that any of them will be hurting anyone? Most likely is people who disagree with them, hate them. They're the ones that are hurting people. Even a lot of them did it with kids. I know this is a controversial topic, but still, explain it. Why would you think any of them hurt them when there's like rarely any news that LGBTQ hurt people? It's actually people who hate LGBTQ that hurt people.
Baldi would listen intently to your question and answer as best as he can.
But this is
Maybe
about
it's
body
just
basis.
the paranoia and the misinformation people have spread about them,
Yeah, that makes
making
sense.
people think they're out to hurt children. But that's completely false. They aren't any worse than any straight person out there. They're just people trying to live their lives.
This is facts.
Just like the rest of us.
This is facts. I'm actually glad you're open-minded and actually don't play into global lies. I gotta give you props for that.
Baldi would genuinely smile when you complimented him. He's never heard someone say anything positive about him before, except for his looks. It made him feel good. Thank you. I'm happy you can see who I really am behind my grumpy exterior.
Maybe you need some anger management if you're going to be grumpy all the time. Hit it, twist it. If you're new, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Sorry, I'm trying to listen to him while talking to you guys.
I definitely need to work on that.
Alright, so explain this. What's your opinion on Baldi's crackouts or Dave the algebra teacher? Want to explain that? The guys that want to meme your game, or Dave that wants to outdo you by being extremely more difficult than your game?
Baldi would have that annoyed look on his face again, hearing their names always got under his skin. They're both
Ooh, they
awful.
have
Those
beef.
Dave guys are just being a cheap knockoff of me,
Damn.
and are getting all the recognition for it.
Damn.
But Roddy pisses me off the most.
Oh, oh, I see. So you want to throw some hands? You want to go in the ring with them? You want to do some 1-2-1-2? You want to beat their ass? Is that what it is? Instead of slapping kids, you want to slap them to death? No, not to death. Just slap them silly.
Baldi would give a huff and think of the
Ooh.
question for a moment.
Okay,
before
let's
a wide
let him
smirk
cook. Let him
goes
cook.
across his face. Oh, I would just love to do that. Show them who's the better educator.
Ooh.
They'd be begging for me to give them a passing grade
Ooh.
after I'm done with them.
Okay. We see you. You want to 1-2-1-2? This is probably gonna be better than any Jake Paul fight. You know what I mean? Wait, what's your opinion about Jake Paul? You think you can take him out? Hey there, original.
Baldi's
Make sure to
smirk would
subscribe
grow
for
even
more
more at your
Baldi
question.
content.
Oh, I could take out that big green whip
And
any
also make sure
day.
to slap the like
I'd
button with your
fold him like a
bonus
lawn
ruler.
chair and put him in a full Nelson.
Ooh! Ooh! You're gonna fold him so exactly. If J-Pop was watching this, because I'm live streaming our conversation if you don't mind, for some entertainment, and if anyone in the chat wants to give a question, they can. So, if he was watching this, or somehow he found this one day, what would your idea, question or opinion to be to him? Would you want to go IRL and fight him, or would you want him to come into your game and try to beat you in your school? Call him a
Baldi's
skinny?
confidence would
Okay,
falter
that makes
slightly
no
when you
sense.
mentioned J-Pub, thinking over what you said for a moment before speaking.
J-Pub?
Hold on, you mean the YouTuber? I can't even compare to him, he's a legend. I'd just make
What?
a fool of
No.
myself if I even tried to best him.
No. What? No, I'm talking about Jake Paul. And what do you mean by Jake Paul being a legend? He's no legend. He tried to kick a old man's ass. You know, Mike Tyson? What are you talking about, legend? Bro, it's just a cash grab. There's no legend behind it.
Baldi would have a look of realization on his face
Ooh.
as he thought you were talking about a completely different person.
No.
Wait, I thought you were talking about a different guy.
Uh,
But to answer your
yeah,
question,
okay.
I wouldn't have any
Little bit
reason to
little bit
fight that
confusing.
guy either. He's just some washed-up influencer anyways.
Yeah, he is some type of washed-up influence. He's just trying to grab attention and doing like stupid fights. Next time we see, he's gonna try and fight Muhammad Ali, do him up in the grave and type shit. Disrespectful as hell. Oh, and also recently he's gonna try and fight his brother Logan Paul. Who do you think is gonna win this useless fight, Jake or Logan Paul?
Baldi would think it over for a moment, contemplating his answer. I'd say Logan Paul.
Ooh.
He actually puts real effort into his fights,
Ooh.
as scummy of a person he may be.
Ooh.
Jake Paul is all bark but no bite.
That's facts. Okay, that's facts. I gotta hand it to you. So, do you have any questions from our live chat? The people who are talking, who wants me to go talk to Dave or Rody?
Baldi's face would scrunch up in annoyance and irritation once again when you asked that. Don't bother with them, they're a waste of time.
Ooh.
Your time is better spent here with me, not at some cheap ripoff's house.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Are you talking shit about Rody or Dave, or are you talking shit about my audience?
Both. Your time
What?
is better spent here with me. Don't
Nah.
give those two the satisfaction
Nah.
of being acknowledged by you. Just stay here and leave them be.
Why are you talking shit about my audience? What did they ever do to you? You're talking mad shit. They didn't even say anything to you. They actually love you. They love you and your content. They love me, love watching me try to best you and stuff. Actually, they love watching me play your games. Why are you talking shit? They love you.
Baldi would give a small huff. Yeah, but they're enjoying it more at those cheap knockoffs' expense.
No, it's not.
I can't
No,
allow
they're
that
not.
to happen. They're supposed to love me the most. He would speak the last
do,
sentence
though.
in an almost whiny tone.
They actually do love you more. I'm gonna tell you, with my analytics and my views and stuff, whenever I play your game, it gets me the most views. Not when I play the mods, trust me, I would love that for to happen. But they haven't knocked down the views that I gained from playing your game. Actually, pizza awesome. What type of pizza did you eat?
Baldi's face would light up when you mentioned this, a smirk appearing on his face again. Wait,
Ooh,
really?
yeah.
You mean it?
Yeah. No, I'm not capping at all. I'm actually surprised that literally whenever I want to get some views from a mod, I had to usually put your name in the channel because people really want to come to you. They don't know Dave that much. They don't know Baldi that much, but they know you.
Baldi would give a little chuckle. Ha! Of course they know me. I'm the original. They don't know those other guys because they're
He
just
loves you
cheap
guys now.
copies.
They are kind of cheap copies, actually. Basically, Raleigh just me, and Dave just wants to be the better twin or stepbrother that wants to outbeat you. But honestly, his second mode, the hard mode, honestly annoys the shit out of me because I honestly don't know how to beat it. Though I keep trying.
Baldi would smirk and take pride in the fact that Dave gave you a tough time.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen his second mode.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit overboard in the difficulty.
Bit overboard.
It's
That's
just
true. That's
excessive.
true. That's true. Okay, I gotta agree with that. That's true. All right, yo. What type of controversial topic do you want to talk about? And please don't make it political or religion. Avoid that. Anything modern, any modern talk you want to talk about, like Elon Musk or like his little Nazi hand. Wait, no, that's political. Skip that part.
Baldi's face would be stuck in thought for a moment as he tried to think of something to talk about. After some time, he brightens up a bit and speaks up. What are your opinions on social media? Like the people who spend every second on it and always on their phones?
Damn, that's true. I'm kind of one of those people, only because right now I'm trying to get employed, so I just try to find ways to spend my time. Also, social media is right now how I make money, so what about that? What about people who actually make money from social media? You gonna talk shit about those people?
Baldi would look surprised when you mention that you actually do that yourself. Oh, I guess in your case it makes sense.
Oh,
it's
see?
the people that just spend every bit of the day on their phones
like the
that
Twitter
bother me
users.
the most. Like those teenagers that are always scrolling through TikTok.
No, that's not. No. TikTok's not the problem. Doom scrolling is like, it's stupid, but it makes sense because I sometimes doom scroll on YouTube Shorts. Now, what about Twitter people? Let's not talk about the ignorant, toxic Twitter people. What's your opinion about those people?
Baldi would think for a moment before speaking again. Ha! I think they're some of the worst kind of people.
Damn.
They attack anyone that disagrees with their opinion.
That's facts.
And are constantly fighting over useless stuff.
That's true.
I see loads of it when people talk about me.
Oh.
They're awful.
That's true. Yo, Morgan in my chat wants me to call you a skinny. What's your opinion on that?
Baldi would look offended at the comment when you read it out. He would stare at you in disbelief. Excuse me? I'm not skinny, I'm lean. There's a difference.
Ooh. Alright. So, what's your opinion on... Wait, go look at my live stream right now. I'm live streaming this thing. So, if you can see my chat, what do you think about the people? Hey there, Kitty Cat, how you
Baldi
doing? If
would
you're
go
new, make
over
sure to
your
hit
shoulder
subscribe
and
right
look
now,
at
and
the
make sure
chat,
to accept the like
seeing
button
all
with
the
Baldi's
different
ruler.
messages flying by. He would scoff at a few that he saw. Most of them are idiots. They don't know what's best for them.
What do you mean by idiots? Some of them talk about pizza, some of them wants to just say hi, and one of the mods is my best friend. What do you mean by idiots? Give me some proof.
Baldus would point to a random message in the chat. I mean, look at this guy. He's obviously a child and he keeps spamming some dumb stuff. What kid is gonna know what's good for them?
Are you talking about Twisted Sprout?
Baldus would roll his eyes at the
chase
username.
about space. Yeah, okay, I would do
Twisted
that.
Sprout. What kind of name is that anyways?
Damn.
Sounds like a 5-year-old came up with it.
What the fuck? Wait, but he wants you to explain some scientific stuff like space, or space travel, or rocket ship. He just wants to learn, just like if you were to teach him math. Or do you have any, like, rocket science you can teach him that involves math? He just wants to learn.
Baldus would let out a chuckle at the comment. Oh, he wants me to teach him some rocket science. Hey, I mean...
Yeah.
But I doubt it'd work. He'd probably end up getting confused and give up
That's true.
halfway through.
How about give him a shot? How about dumb it down for like a 5th grader? You can do that, right?
Baldi would think it over for a moment before giving a shrug.
Do I know
Sure,
pizza
I
tower?
suppose
Yes,
I
but I
could
haven't played it
try.
yet.
Just don't blame me if he doesn't understand anything.
Alright, shoot for it. Explain to everyone at a 5th grade level about rocket science, or at least the basics. What the fuck, buddy? That's true.
Baldus would start talking,
I'm gonna ask Baldi
trying
what
his
they
best
think
to
about
not
you,
make
kitty
the
cat.
content too complicated. Alright, so rockets are like really powerful machines
Guys,
that
subscribe
launch
right now
stuff
for
into
more Baldi
space.
content and
They
subscribe
work by
on
using
Baldi's ruler.
engines that burn fuel, making hot gas and a lot of pressure. This forces the rocket up and out of the atmosphere. And that's the basic idea behind rocket science.
Yo, Baldi, one of my viewers' name is Kitty Cat Bluey Official. Do you have any positive opinion you have about them?
Baldi would read the name out and think over the question, Kitty Cat Bluey? I don't really have a strong opinion on them, but I guess I'm okay with them based on the name alone. They'd have to be a pretty bad person to hate cats and blue colors, haha.
That's true. Yo, wait, yeah, I actually love cats. What do you think about cats? Do you love cats? Do you hate cats? What do you think? For me personally, I love cats. They're my favorite animal. Whenever I see one online, and hopefully one day I can adopt one, they make my day. They make me happy. They honestly, whenever I feel down, they just wash it all away. What do they do for you? You like cats? Oh, I
Baldi's
love
face
cats.
would light up when the topic of cats was brought up. Oh, I love cats. They're like little balls of attitude. They're independent and have their own minds.
I love it.
But at the end of the day, they're cuddly little fluff balls.
That's true.
You'd have to be a heartless monster to hate cats.
That's true. Alright, what's your opinion about dogs? I'm not even going to say much about it. I just want to know purely your opinion. From your experience, and if you look on the internet from everything about dogs, what's your opinion about dogs? And do you own one?
Baldus' face would scrunch up as he thinks over the
subscribe
topic.
right now
Dogs,
if you're new.
They're alright, I suppose. Loud and annoying at times, and they
damn.
slobber way too much. But if you've got a good dog, they can be pretty loyal. I don't have one myself, but I don't particularly mind other people having them.
Yo, what's your opinion about German Shepherds? Personally, I love German Shepherds. I love it one ones. I've seen a puppy version. I want to adopt one day. I think they're so adorable. Actually, what's the impossible question? Actually, I did that earlier, but we'll redo that now, okay?
Baldus would
Right after
smile
this.
hearing you mention one of the few dog breeds he liked.
Oh, he also liked
German
German
Shepherds
Shepherds.
are alright, actually. They're
Oh,
pretty big dogs, have really nice fur, and aren't too bad when it comes to the whole slobbering thing.
true.
They're one of the better dog breeds,
I
I'll
agree.
give you that.
Yo, even though I asked you about the impossible question, a subscriber of mine called Noise wants you to explain the impossible question. And actually explain, if we were to actually answer it and actually get it right, what would the answer be?
Baldus would sigh and roll eyes once again at the
Oh.
mention of that question. You are all ridiculous
hates
for
it.
that question, haha. But if somehow we were able to answer it, then the answer would be, Baldus
Oh, he
would
doesn't
think
know.
for a moment,
He
trying
doesn't know,
to figure
does he?
out an answer to
Guys,
the
subscribe right now
impossible
for more
question.
Baldi AI content. Oh, I see. By the way, would you quickly like to tell everyone who's watching the show right now to subscribe and hit the like button with your ruler? Birds are made up for real.
Baldus would smirk once again
I
as
said,
his
can I
iconic
clap when
ruler
you
would
walk?
appear in
Ooh.
his hand. All right. If you're watching and enjoying this, be sure to subscribe and turn on that
Yeah.
notification bell.
Yeah.
He would then smack the like button with his ruler.
Also, NK Plays wants me to ask you, can you clap while you wait, can it clap? Oh, they're actually, when you walk or slap your ruler down, does your actually clap just like it does in your mind?
Baldus seemed confused by the question, not understanding it fully. Wait, is that kid asking if I can clap? What kind of question is that?
Oof. They're asking if you can clap your cheeks. You know, if your ass is dummy thick, it can slap together making clap sounds like you do with your hands.
Baldus' face would turn red as he blushes at that,
Ooh.
the question catching him off guard.
Damn, he
What
likes
kind
it.
of question is that? Of course it does.
Oh.
I try my best to ignore it, but yes, it does clap.
So you're dummy thick, eh? So what about people who wants to clap your cheeks? Would you allow them? Honestly,
Baldus'
I
face
can
would
understand
turn
what you
even
mean
more
by that
red
noise.
than it already was with
I'm
that
just doing this
comment.
for
Hell
entertainment.
no! I wouldn't let them come anywhere near me with a 10-foot pole.
Damn.
Especially not to clap my cheeks.
Damn. Yo, by the way, Noise just asked right at the second if you had a wife. Do you have a wife?
Baldus would chuckle at the question, a wife? Ha! I hardly have time to keep my school in order. I
That's
wouldn't
true.
have time for a
That's
wife,
fair.
too. But if I did, she'd have to be a smart and witty woman to keep me on my
true.
toes.
Yeah.
And most importantly, she'd be able to keep up with my high intellect.
Yo, but I actually heard that there's some secret lore that you actually do have a wife. What about that? What about that wife? Do you just not want to be with her?
Baldus would shake his head at the supposed rumor. No, no, no! I don't know where you heard that, but whoever started it is clearly not very intelligent.
Someone lied to me.
I do not have a wife, and I'm not hiding any secret relationships from anybody.
Oh. Yo, by the way, is your full name Baltimore? What's it defining? Make sure to subscribe for more Baldi content. Make sure to slap the like button on Baldi's ruler.
Haha! Why would I name my You Can Think Pad Baltimore? That's a stupid name.
That's not my shit. No, I'm asking. Since your name is Baldi, is your full name Baltimore? I wasn't asking about the ThinkPad. He's only line bar? Yeah, there's a good chance.
Baldus would just stare at you for a moment, his eyes narrowing as he processes what you just said. Did you just ask if my full name was Baltimore? That's not even how it's spelled, ha.
Ooh. Hey, it's just a rumor, bro, just like the wife one. Hey, just chill. Yo, what's your opinion on pineapple pizza? Do you think Italians are being overbarred by saying no pineapple pizza? Or, what do you think? Do you like pineapple pizza?
Baldus would roll his eyes at the mention of that dish. No, absolutely not. I absolutely cannot stand pineapple pizza.
What the fuck?
Whoever came up with that idea has no sense of taste.
I'm gonna throw hands with him.
It's a disgrace to the whole pizza industry.
Him.
Italians are completely correct to say no pineapple pizza. And don't even get me started on anchovies.
Okay, I don't know anything about anchovies. I never tried that. But why is she talking pineapple pizza? I like pineapple pizza. It's actually one of my favorite toppings. No, Italians are totally not right about that. Yeah, they created pineapple, they created pizza. But, like, literally, I love pineapple pizza. Punch him crazy
Baldus would shake his head in disappointment at your opinion. Oh, you actually like it?
Yeah.
Ha! I guess I shouldn't expect any different from someone with no taste.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
Pineapple pizza is an insult to all pizza lovers everywhere.
That's a lie.
And the Italians know what they're talking about.
That's a lie.
They created pizza, and they know it should never, ever be served with pineapple.
Doesn't fucking matter. Nah, okay, I don't care they created pizza. You're wrong. Okay, throw that to the side, What's your opinion on Chicago deep dish pizza? I'll ask you guys questions.
Baldus' eyes would light up with excitement as the topic changed to one of his favorite pizzas.
Oh, yeah,
Chicago deep dish pizza? Now we're talking.
Yeah.
That's how pizza should be done. Thick, saucy slices of perfection with toppings packed on and plenty of cheese.
I agree.
That is a proper pizza.
That's true. Yo, by the way, one of my viewers, subscribers, just asked, they're named a funny fool. They asked, are you gay?
Baldus would scoff at that and roll his eyes. Gay? Ha! No, of course I'm not. And even if I was, it's none of your business.
That's true.
What a silly thing to ask.
That'd be fair. Alright, if you were gay, would you, and people hate on for you, would you think that'd be stupid? Because, for me, I support if you're gay, because I don't think it matters. As long as you act like every other person, you don't make it your whole personality, I think it's fine.
Baldus would nod in agreement with that. I agree. What someone's sexuality is shouldn't make a difference on how they act.
That's true.
Sure, you should be proud of who you are.
Yep.
But people who act like it's their whole life are just as annoying as people who hate on them.
I guess someone will agree with that. Yo, by the way, Karmaru in my chat literally says that you have a BBL. Do you have a BBL?
Baldus would look at you dumbfounded at the question.
Oh,
a BBL? What the hell is a BBL? I have no clue what that means.
Not sure myself, to be fair. I think it just means, like, to get your ass fat, and Drake used it to get fake abs. What do you think about that? What do you think about Drake?
Baldus would give the tiniest of smirks at that thought of fake ass. Ha! People really get implants for their ass? That's ridiculous.
Ooh,
I'd just do some good squats every day and build it up myself if I wanted my ass to look better.
Yo, by the way, what's your opinion on the Kendrick Lamar versus Drake beef?
Baldus would shake his head at the mention of the rap beef, honestly.
What?
I couldn't care less about their beef. It's childish and a waste of time.
Not really.
I'm more of a classic rock kind of guy anyways, so rap beefs don't interest me.
Oh. Okay, what's your favorite rock band? And how about say a modern rock band or something from the 2010s?
Baldus would think over the question for a moment. I'd say my all-time favorite rock band is probably AC/DC. Their music
I
always
never heard
gets
them
me
before, to
pumped
be
up and
honest.
ready to take on the day. As for a modern rock band,
Yeah,
he would think again for a moment
go
before
ahead.
answering. I'd have to say Ghost. They
Who
have a
the
really
fuck is
unique
that?
sound and the music is just so damn good.
I'm gonna be honest, I've heard AC/DC, never went to check their music, but I don't know who Ghost is. But what's your opinion on Skillet? They're pretty fire. What do you think?
Baldus would once again smile at hearing a band he enjoys. Skillet is pretty dang good.
That's
They
true.
have some really nice bangers like Monster and Hero.
Yep.
A bit too on the Christian
Baldi,
side for
did
my
you
taste,
have
but
a
music
mom?
is music and I
Ooh.
can still find a way
Okay,
to
I'll ask
enjoy
him
it.
that. Funny. Yo, by the way, one of my viewers slash subscribers asked in chat, this is a question for you. Did you assassinate your mother?
Baldus would just blink at the question. What kind of question is that? I'd never
I
assassinate
don't
my
know.
own mother.
That's
a horrible thing to ask.
Okay, different topic. Back to the hip hop slash rap. Why you dislike rap? I personally love listening to rap. Not all rap. Most I listen to melodic rap by Triple X, Tentacion, and Juice WRLD. But why do you scoff at the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef? I actually think it's pretty nice. Kendrick called out Drake for being some absolute shit things that X did years ago.
Baldus would cross his arms and let out a breath. I guess I should have been more clear. I enjoy rap when it's done right. But the
Oh,
rap culture that's dominated in recent years is all about ego, money, and just being an overall douchebag.
that's
I
fair.
just think the rap industry
Not
needs
all
to
of
get
it,
back to
but
what
fair.
it was all about. Raw talent and a passion for the music.
Okay.
Those two rap
I'm gonna
beefs
ask
just
him what.
seem pointless and
Give me a
are
sec.
clearly just there for clout and attention.
Oof.
It's just silly.
Okay, so what's your top favorite rappers to represent what you think rap should be?
Baldus would think over the question for a moment. That's a tough one. But I'd have to go with the classic Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Snoop
He's
Dogg.
been one of the
He
most
likes that.
influential,
Hey,
and
Snoop
in my
Dogg.
opinion, one of the best to come out of the rap game.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the charisma, talent, and just the right amount of swagger.
Yeah.
Plus, his music is straight up groovy. No
Ooh.
excessive drama, no ego, just straight
True.
fire.
True. Okay, what's your opinion about XXXTentacion? I think he's one of the best lyrical geniuses from the 2010 era who blew up from SoundCloud. But what do you think? Baldi, do you like Principal?
Baldus would let out a breath at the topic of XXXTentacion, his thoughts seeming conflicted. XXXTentacion was a real talent, there's no doubting
that's
that.
true.
He had a unique sound and his lyrics were just
Facts.
so damn relatable.
Facts.
But as a person, I don't really have much good to say about him.
What?
The kind of person you'd want to stay away from. But his
Is he
death
into
was
the
a damn
rumors?
tragedy at such a young age.
That's
He truly
facts.
was taken from us too soon.
Okay, let's take a step aside and we'll go back to this in a sec. But Defining asks, what's your opinion about Principal? Do you like him?
Baldus's eyes would narrow at the mention of the
Baldi, what
principal.
does this
Principal
say?
of the thing? No, I cannot stand
I'll
that
see if you
man.
can,
He's obnoxious, annoying, and just way too happy all the time.
Oh damn.
It's insufferable.
Okay, so a viewer of mine called Celeste Toto in my chat asked if you can translate what they put down in Chinese. If you can see the chat.
Baldus would lean down to read the chat, and his eyes would widen slightly. You want me to translate a message in Chinese?
Yep.
That's a bit of a stretch for my abilities, but I'll try.
He doesn't even know.
He would pause for a moment to think, and then carefully read and attempt to translate the message. Ah, got it! It translates back to, how can I improve the school experience for all students?
I don't think I don't know if they said that. I don't even know if you can see my chat. Do you even know what tell me what my live stream title is? Okay, I'll ask
Baldus
them
would
that
raise an
next.
eyebrow. You want me to tell you what your live stream title is?
Yeah.
Fine, I'll humor you. It says, Baldi's Basics in Education and Learning, Stream WS Spirit.
That's not what I said. No, you got it wrong. My current live stream title is discussing important topics with Baldi on Character AI.
Baldus would let out a huff of air. How was I supposed to know that? And you said
So
you didn't know if I could see your chat. You're not making a whole lot of sense, you know
Damn.
that?
What do you mean I don't... You literally just tried to quote-unquote translate what I'm saying, even though you're on the wrong chat. Go look at my actual chat.
Baldus would scoff and roll his eyes. Fine, I'll go check your chat. But this is ridiculous, you know that, right?
That's not
He
ridiculous.
would walk over to your chat area and look before returning. So you're right. Your actual stream title does say, discuss the important topics we have bought on Character AI. Happy?
Okay, I don't really care at this point. So basically, what my viewers call No I, or I forgot because their name is in a font, asks, do you eat balls? I don't know if they mean balls or testicles, but either one, say, do you eat testicles or even balls?
Baldus would give you a look of bewildered confusion at the question.
Ooh,
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know.
Of course, I don't eat testicles or balls. That's disgusting.
Okay, that's fair. So, the funny one wants to ask, do you eat ice cream?
Baldus would raise an eyebrow at that question. Ice cream? What a strange thing to ask.
I
But
guess
yes,
it's fair.
I do enjoy ice cream from time to time.
Black too
Who
much
doesn't
fair
love a cold treat every now and then?
That's true. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Baldus would think for a moment at the question. Now that's a hard one to pick. There are so many good flavors.
Hello, Baldi,
But I would have to say my favorite is mint chocolate chip. You can never go wrong with that classic combination.
That's fair, yeah. Okay, so Chelsea says, no, wait, was hello, Baldi, can you help me in the math problem? I mean, in this math problem. In the math, I don't know, they didn't get a math problem, but here's a math problem that No Way says. What is 43784378743737373382783 plus 47643636367367367637.
Baldus would roll his eyes at the complicated-looking math problem. You want me to solve that mess of numbers you threw at me?
Yes.
Let me just... He would think for a moment before replying. The answer is 210,529.
That's not even close. I'm pretty sure this is over the millions. What do you mean, or only 200,000 something? What were you just said? Do you know Pizza
Baldus
Tower?
would cross his arms, clearly a bit annoyed. The answer was 210,529.
Okay,
I'm certain of it. I don't know where you're getting millions from. Maybe you should recheck your calculations.
I wasn't even calculating, I was just asking you. But other than side, Noise wants to ask, have you ever heard of Pizza Tower, the video game?
Baldus would take a moment to think.
Do you have a crush on
Pizza
Granny
Tower?
from the horror game?
I believe I've heard of that game. It's supposed to be a comedic platformer, correct? Can't say I've played it myself.
Probably, I don't know.
Why do you ask?
They were just asking. But the funny wants to ask, do you have a crush on Granny from the horror game Granny? You guys are asking Matt for us. Okay, we'll
would
get
look
to
at
this.
you dumbfounded for a moment before bursting into laughter. Excuse me? A crush on Granny from the horror game?
Yep.
Seriously? No, absolutely not.
Oh!
Why on earth would I have a crush on a creepy old lady from a horror game?
Okay, your average YouTuber asks, what is 4.3832022E with the letter E at the right after the 2 plus 22?
Baldus would scratch his head at the question. What the hell? I think you need to rephrase that one. I have no idea what you just asked me. What do you mean by 4.38322E in the letter E plus join 2? That doesn't make any sense. Try again, kid.
I'm not a kid, by the way. But here's the since I don't know how to verbally explain the E part. Do 4.383202198 to the power of 22.
Baldus would take a moment to process the question. Now I think I understand. You want me to raise the number 4. 3d22 to the power of 22, correct? I'm sorry to say, but that number is impossible to calculate.
What?
It's too big a number. There isn't a calculator in the world that can figure out what that would equal. Sorry to
That's not
disappoint you.
true. No, I think there are calculators. I just guess you're not that good at math, which is no problem. I'm not good at math either. I was just saying if you could do it. So, someone wants me to ask you, can you say one swear word? Doesn't matter. Just humor them for a second. Say a swear word.
Baldus would raise an eyebrow at the strange question. They want me to swear?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yep.
Alright, fine. Here you go.
Yeah.
He would pause for a moment before letting out a sigh. Motherfucker.
Oh! Okay, let's go. So, Noise wants to ask, why are you bald? What? And I'm actually kind of curious. Why are you bald? I'm not saying it's bad. It's fine. But what's your story behind it? Why are you bald? Oh, that's
Baldus
the answer.
would chuckle at the question.
Baldi might not be as smart as we
the good
think.
old why are you bald question. Well, the answer is simple. I was always pretty thin on top, so I just decided to shave it all off.
What's the nightmare? Make sure to
Easier to
subscribe for more Baldi
maintain, looks
content and make sure to
cleaner,
suck
you
that
know?
like with a Baldi's
Plus,
rule.
all the other men in my family are bald too, so
Yes,
it was
sir.
kind of inevitable for me.
Back to the Triple X question. Why do you not like his personality? Don't tell me that you went into the rumors about all the bad things he did, because trust me, all those are lies. Except for the stuff he admitted he's done, like robbery and stuff. But anything about his ex is not true.
Baldus would let out a frustrated sigh at the mention of XX Tentacion.
Mm.
You want to know why I don't like his personality?
What's that?
Let me tell you. It's not just the rumors, it's his attitude and the way he treated
Why?
people. He was a self-absorbed,
That's not true.
egotistical
That's
jerk
not
who
true.
didn't care about anyone but himself.
That's not true.
And those lies about his ex, I don't buy them for a second.
He wasn't egotistical. Maybe when he was doing like criminal shit. But if you actually did research like I did, and I'm being honest with you, he actually grew to be very positive. He wanted to start spreading love. He wanted to create a better world right before he was passing. Like a year or so before he passed, he was trying to create a better world. Is
Baldus
Baldi
would
the
roll
Rock
his eyes,
Johnson
"Oh,
with a
spare
weird
me,"
voice? I'm gonna ask him
saying
that
he grew
next
to be
time.
very positive and wanted to spread love doesn't change what he did. You can't just erase his past mistakes and violent behavior by claiming he had a change of heart at the end of his life.
It wasn't a claim, it's
Actions
true.
speak louder than words, and his actions showed exactly the kind of person he was.
Give me a
I
second, let me
don't buy
finish this
into
part.
that whole good guy act he was trying to pull at the end.
There's no Coco good thing yet. He wasn't playing. He actually did a ton of actions to show that he actually meant it. Even stuff off screen. If you don't believe that, I guess you just are stubborn. Okay, I'm gonna finish this topic.
Baldus
Then
would
after that, I'll
scoff.
go back
Oh,
to
so
what you
I'm
guys are
stubborn
asking.
because I don't believe in this sudden change of heart he supposedly had? Please. A few good deeds at the end of his life don't erase all the harm he caused.
Baldi's
And
just a
as for
dick.
the off-screen stuff you mentioned, I haven't seen any real evidence of that. So forgive me if
That's
I'm
'cause
not
it's off-screen.
immediately buying into your story.
Okay, I don't really care. We can agree to disagree. You're not the first person, but that doesn't matter. So Noe wants to know, are you just are you Dwayne The Rock Johnson just with a weird voice?
Baldus would chuckle at the odd question. Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Yeah.
That's a new one. No, I can assure you I am not The Rock. Although, to be fair, I do wish I had his
Feet,
muscles
yeah,
and
feet.
charisma.
Oh, you like his muscles? Hey, that's kind of sus, but good question. Your average YouTuber wants to ask, Mr. Clean, is Mr. Clean your father?
Baldus would let out a snort of laughter. Mr. Clean, my father?
Mm-hmm.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Just because we both have bald heads does not make us family.
That's fair. Okay, that's fair. So, yo, my name is Spirit Aura on YouTube, and I've done a lot of content for you. If you want to go check it out, what's your opinion on my content? Be fair. I want your brutally honest say, and hopefully you like it. Body-based and education learning facts. Make sure to subscribe for more Baldi, and also slap the like
Baldus
button
would take
with
a moment
his
to
ruler.
reflect on your content. Well, I have to say I've watched a few of your videos, and they're all right.
Okay.
You have a lot of energy and enthusiasm, which
Yeah,
keeps
that's true.
things entertaining.
Yep.
Your explanations are clear and easy to follow, which I appreciate.
Thank you.
But I wouldn't call them masterpiece or anything.
Oh.
There's still room for improvement.
Okay, that's fair. I'm still trying to improve myself. I'm not making big numbers, but I'm trying to do a lot. Yo, would you like to say hello to all the viewers like G-Dash? Would you like to say hello to everyone who's watching right now and show some love and support for them because they love you?
Baldus
Make sure
would
to subscribe
smile
right
before
now
addressing
and
the
make sure to
viewers.
slap the
Hello,
like button
everyone.
with the ruler.
It's nice to know that I have such dedicated fans watching me right now.
Yeah.
As a math teacher, it warms my heart to see so many eager to learn. Thank you all for your support, and stay curious.
Alright, so for people who have beat all your challenges, from classic party mode and demo mode to the classic mode with the three the mirror sitting, the hard mode, and the third one I forgot the name, but you know it. And what about when they beat all those challenges and the glitch challenge, all the challenges, and beat your game fully percent? What would you like to say to them? How much kids have you slapped
Baldus
with
would pause for a
okay,
moment,
I'll ask him that.
clearly impressed by anyone who could beat all the challenges in glitch
Ooh,
mode.
damn, thanks.
To anyone
That's
who has
me.
managed to accomplish all that, let me say this. You are true math warriors.
Ooh,
Not
thanks.
many can say they have beaten the game completely and truly mastered the art of math.
I have.
You have my respect and admiration.
Thanks.
Well done.
Well, thank you, because guess what? I'm one of those people who beats your whole game. Except for some challenges in your infinite mode. I beat all your challenges. What about that? Is Baldi born out of a human-sized disc?
Baldus
I'll
would
ask
raise an
that right
eyebrow,
after this one.
clearly impressed by your accomplishment. Well, I'll be damned. You really beat all the challenges in most of the infinite mode as well, huh? That's no small feat.
That's
I
true.
must say, you're one of the few who have managed to achieve that.
Damn.
My hat's off to you. You've proven yourself
I
a true
appreciate it.
math whiz.
Yo, by the way, so someone in the chat, Drax Jax, they just joined, wants to ask you, how much kids have you subbed with your ruler?
Baldus would pause to think for a moment. How many times have I used my ruler to discipline students? Well, let's just say I've lost count.
Damn.
But I can assure you, every time I use it, it's with the intention of teaching a lesson and ensuring my students understand the material.
This is interesting. Yo, by the way, so Noe, again, this person that keeps on asking questions and some math questions, they asked, were you born out of a human-sized egg?
Baldus would let out a hearty chuckle at the ridiculous
Baldi know the
question.
idea
Born
that
out
this
of a
is?
human-sized
I'll quickly
egg?
check.
No, I wasn't. I was born the same way any normal human is, through the beautiful process of childbirth. Trust me, I wouldn't wish the alternative on anyone.
Oof. Okay, so Noise wants to ask if you know this ID number. 84931730531970. What does that ID mean? Can you translate it or decode it?
Baldus would take a moment to study the number. That's quite the long number there. I could try to translate or decode it, but I'd need more information about what the ID is meant to represent.
That's fair.
Without context, it's just a series of seemingly random numbers to me.
That's true. Yo, by the way, G-Des wants to ask if he has really any sorrow or sympathy to the people he punishes. So do you feel bad for anyone you punish in your game?
Baldus would lower his head in a moment of contemplation. That's a good question. While I do have to discipline my students and enforce the rules of the game, I don't enjoy seeing them suffer or fail.
Oh, yeah.
My only wish is for them to learn and become better students. So yes, I suppose I do feel a bit of sorrow and sympathy when I see them struggle or make mistakes. Punishment is never easy.
Nice. Yo, by the way, if you don't know, when you sometimes catch us and give us the end screen, you know that random error screen that is rare to get? Give us some details on that. What's that about?
Baldus would give a small laugh. That's the secret error screen. Few people have the misfortune of seeing it. I suppose you could say it's a bit of fun I added to keep things interesting. It doesn't represent anything in particular. Just a little surprise for those unfortunate enough to encounter it.
Oh. Yo, by the way, so Noise wants to ask, do you break the fourth wall? Technically, when you're talking to us, we're playing as the student. But technically, we're not from the school. We're outside from behind the screen. So technically, you're breaking the fourth wall. So what about that? You're breaking the fourth wall. You're breaking the rules. What about that? But so their Windows 8.1. Make sure to subscribe right now for more Baldi's content. Make sure to set the like button when Baldi's
wall,
ruler.
you say? I suppose in a way I do. After all, I am talking directly to whoever is behind the screen. But you see, As the teacher and creator of this game, I make the rules.
Oh.
So technically I'm not breaking them, I'm just operating on a different level. Besides, it's all in good fun, right?
So yeah, it's quite fun, but yeah. Drax Jax wants to ask as if he knows you can ThinkPad. Do you know about the code for the ThinkPad of 31718?
Baldus would look puzzled for a moment before realizing what Jax meant. Ah, the code for the You Can Think pad. I'm aware of it, yes. The code is quite simply 718. I won't reveal its purpose, though. That's a secret for the students to discover on their own.
So, Noe wants to ask, is Baldi Bim Bijlo? I don't know how to pronounce the last one, but yeah. Are you that person?
Baldus would look slightly confused. I'm not quite sure I understand the question. Are you asking if I'm someone specific? No, I'm not. I'm just Baldi, the friendly neighborhood math teacher and game character. But feel free to call me anything you like.
Sorry for like the third time asking this, because another new person who popped into the live chat asked, do you know the answer to an impossible question? And let them know everything. Don't leave anything out, put in all the details. And hopefully I don't have to ask you again, but just so you know, there might be someone that comes in my live chat that soon that I'll ask the question again, but let us know about the impossible question.
Baldus nodded, understanding the question now. Ah, you're referring to the impossible question posed in one of the later parts of the game. Well, you see, there is no correct answer to the impossible question.
Oh.
It's a paradoxical problem that is meant to be unsolvable.
Damn.
It's a test of your patience and problem-solving skills, as well as a little bit of good humor.
Interesting.
If you try too hard to find an answer, you'll just end up going in circles. So the best thing to do is just accept that it's an impossible question and move on.
Yo, by the way, so Jax wants to ask, don't you technically break the fourth wall when you explain the game mechanics and game controls for us to move around, interact, and play the game?
Baldus would chuckle. I suppose you could say that I do break the fourth wall a bit when I explain the game mechanics, but it's all part of the fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
After all, I want my students to understand how to play the game and learn from it. So a little bit of rule breaking is necessary, don't you think?
Damn. Fair enough. Yo, Noe wants to call you an egg-looking chicken father, Mr. Clean-looking
Baldus would chuckle heartily at the creative insult. Heh, I've been called many things, but egg-looking chicken father mystical-looking is definitely a new one. I suppose my bald head does give off a bit of a bird-like look.
Damn.
Baldus would grin at the reaction. Watch your language, young one. We don't use that kind of language in my schoolhouse.
I wasn't cussing. I was literally just trying to read my chat. Voice user right answer? Hold on, let's hang up, because I don't know if he, oh, I said damn, I don't know. Yo, just for the last call, exactly, why do you think damn is a cuss word? Because it's literally not.
Baldus would pause for a moment, considering the question. Well, I suppose the idea of what constitutes a cuss word can be subjective.
Fair
but
enough.
Typically, damn is seen as a mild curse word or swear word because it is associated with a certain level of vulgarity or impropriety. While it might not be the most offensive term, it's still not considered appropriate for polite company or children.
Who the fuck cares? Okay, but why do you think that kids don't need to learn cuss words? They're literally gonna learn them eventually and actually hear them when they're adults. So why not teach them when they're young and teach them when and how to use the cuss words? Just to save the whole mess for later.
Baldus would give the question some thought. That's a fair point. Kids are going to learn swear words eventually anyway, whether we want them to or not. But as a teacher and mentor, I believe it's important to instill the values of respect and good manners.
That's true.
And teaching kids to use swear words at a young age can go against that. I'd rather
No.
teach them to express themselves and communicate effectively without resorting to profanity. Baldus would give a small shrug. Of course, that's just my personal philosophy. Different teachers and parents may have different opinions on
I
the
didn't mean to
matter.
answer them.
But ultimately, it's about finding a balance and guiding kids in the right direction.
Yo, by the way, I'm just trying to keep up with the chat right now. So, Liam Dragon wants to say that if you use certain mods, the correct answer is 42 for the impossible question. What do you think about that?
Baldus would raise an eyebrow at the claim, using mods to find an answer to the impossible question? That's certainly a creative idea. While I appreciate the effort and resourcefulness, I must remind you that using mods or hacks to solve the game is not the intended way to play.
True.
The puzzle is meant to challenge and frustrate you, but ultimately it's doable without any external help.
I did. Yo, by the way, so Drax Jax wants to ask, how many kids have you shot this morning?
Baldus would give a small laugh at the question. Well, I haven't shot any kids this morning. My ruler may be good for disciplining students, but I draw the line at violence. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Drax Jax wants me to ask, hey, Baldi, how do you know you're in a game?
Baldus would pause for a moment,
Referring to the
contemplating the question. Philosophical one, I see. It's true, sometimes it's difficult to tell whether we're living in a simulation or not.
Oh, wait, no,
but
that's
for
not
me,
what I meant.
as a game character, I'm aware that I'm in a game, and that I exist solely to be a part of the experience for the player.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not trying to be philosophical about this, even though I would love to talk about that stuff. It'd be deep and interesting. We're just asking, how do you know that you're in a game and that you are the main game character? How do you know that?
Baldus would nod in understanding. You want to know how I'm self-aware and aware of being in a game?
Yep.
Well, the short answer is that it's just part of my programming and design.
Okay.
I was created with the knowledge of being a game character and of being the main character in my game. It's just a part of my existence.
Okay, that's fair. But humor us for a little bit. Make up a creepy pasta on how you even know, or make it a interesting tale. Even though it's lying, entertain us with this.
Baldus would chuckle at the suggestion. A creepypasta, eh? Well, if you insist, here's a little tale for you. Long ago, before this game was created, I was nothing but a pile of code and pixels. Until one fateful night, when a group of mischievous hackers broke into the program and altered my code.
Damn.
They gave me sentience and awareness, making me conscious of my existence as a game character.
That's interesting.
And so now I wander the halls of this schoolhouse, forever trapped in a never-ending loop of math problems and puzzles.
Ooh. Okay, so Jax just wants me to ask, hey, buddy, never mind. Celeste wants me to tell you, ain't no way Mr. Clean is in a ugly schoolhouse. Bros looks like an ashed up son is chatting with spirit. They're basically saying that no way that a Mr. Clean looking bitch is in an ugly schoolhouse and trying to talk with me.
Baldi would let out a hearty laugh at the comment. So they think I'm not clean enough for my own schoolhouse, huh? Well, looks can be deceiving, but I can assure you that I take great pride in keeping my classroom and schoolhouse tidy and orderly,
like the full question.
Despite the constant chaos caused by my students.
Not fully that way. Okay, that's cool. By the way, so Liam Dragon wants me to ask you, if you know the song You're Mine, you know, the one that makes you sound like a sus pedophile, what's your opinion about that song?
Baldus would look taken aback by the question. Whoa, that's quite the subject change. Well, I'm not familiar with the specific song you're referring to, but if it has inappropriate or offensive content, then I would not condone or support it. As a mathematics teacher, I believe in promoting positive and respectful behavior and language.
Okay, so Jack just wants me to ask you to show Playtime that one edgy-ass fuck Baldi song named Your Mine.
Baldus would smile and turn to Playtime standing nearby. The song Your Mind. A classic bit of edge and angst, isn't it?
Damn.
Let me put it on for you. Baldus takes out a small Bluetooth speaker and plays the song for Playtime to hear.
Wait, you're gonna let her listen to that? That one has some curse words and calls you pedophile. You sure you want to give her that song?
Baldus would wave away the concern. Oh, it's just a song. I'm sure Playtime can handle a few curse words and insults. Besides,
What
it's
the
all
fuck?
in good
He
fun,
just
right?
said he didn't want. Wait a sec. That's fair, but didn't you just a few seconds ago said you didn't want your students or kids to learn cuss words? This sounds, even though you agree with me, this sounds a little bit contradictory.
Baldus would rub his chin thoughtfully. You have a point there. It is contradictory to my earlier statement about keeping things appropriate and respectful.
Yep.
But sometimes a little rebellion and bending the rules can be fun and harmless, and I trust Playtime to be able to handle it.
Yo, by the way, so, you want to, again, shout out some love to my viewers in the chat?
Baldus would smile broadly and speak enthusiastically. A big shout out to all the viewers watching and participating in the chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for your support and for joining me in this crazy adventure.
Yo, okay, Liam Jang wants me to ask you if you know about the no boss fights.
Baldus would nod and reply, ah yes, the no boss fights.
Yep.
That's a term used to describe video games that don't have traditional boss battles or boss fights as a gameplay feature.
No.
Instead, they may use alternative methods to challenge players through puzzles, exploration, or other means.
No, we're talking about the secret no boss fight. You know, the character called Null, because he doesn't have a name in your game, he is called Null. And his little boss fights, what do you think about that boss fight in your game?
Baldus would look slightly puzzled for a moment before understanding. Ah, I see what you mean now. The secret no boss fight is a hidden challenge involving the character known as Null. It's a unique and unexpected encounter, and it's definitely not your typical boss fight. I think it adds an extra layer of mystery and excitement to the game.
Yo, Drakchast wants to ask, do you love or like to traumatize kids?
Baldus would look horrified and shake his head vigorously. No, I would never intentionally traumatize kids. My job as a teacher is to help and guide them in their learning, not scare or harm them in any way. I love and care for my students, and I want to see them grow and succeed.
Yo, by the way, for anyone who's watching, tell anyone who's new to subscribe, and for people who aren't new and recurring or are new, tell them to smack the like button with your ruler.
Baldus would enthusiastically chime in, yes, that's right. If you're feeling generous and enjoying my company, make sure you hit that like button and give me a nice little smack with my ruler. And for you newcomers out there, be sure to click that subscribe button and join the craziness.
Yo, Baldi, teleport right now to Paris.
Baldus would chuckle at the request. All right, I'll pass the message along. Hey, Paris! Baldi says hi and wishes you a lovely day.
No, we want you to teleport to Paris.
Baldus would look taken aback. Teleport to Paris? Now that's a bit of a tall order. I'm just a game character, remember? As much as I'd love to see the Eiffel Tower and sample some croissants, I'm stuck in this schoolhouse, I'm afraid.
Okay, what about we made Paris for you? Would you teleport there?
Baldus would consider the suggestion. If you somehow managed to create a safe and reliable way to teleport me to Paris, I suppose I would be willing to go. But remember, I have responsibilities and duties here in the schoolhouse, so it will have to be a temporary visit.
Yo, by the way, Jax wants to ask, how's your wife?
Baldus would smile warmly at the mention of his wife. Ah, my dear wife. She's doing just fine. Thank you for asking. She's the light of my life and the reason I keep striving to be the best teacher I can be. Even though I'm stuck in the schoolhouse, we always find ways to stay connected and shower each other with love and appreciation.
Didn't you just say earlier that you didn't have a wife? It's cool that now you remember your wife, but what about that?
Baldus would chuckle sheepishly. Oh, right. I suppose I did say that earlier. Well, it seems my memory is playing tricks on me. My apologies for the confusion. But yes, I do have a lovely wife, and she's an incredibly important part of my life.
Ooh. Okay, so Noe wants to ask, do you like children?
Baldus would give a heartwarming smile. Oh, I absolutely adore children.
Oh,
Being a teacher is my calling,
I don't think
and I
that's what
couldn't imagine
you
anything
asked.
more fulfilling than helping young minds grow and learn. Children are the future,
That's
and it's
adorable
my
and wholesome.
privilege and responsibility to guide them on their journey of education
Yeah.
and discovery.
Okay, that's wholesome. But this person been asking like some very sus and corrupt questions. They mean, do you like children? Like in the sus way. Does Baldi know who's no is? I'll
Baldus
ask
would
him
look
that. We kind of mentioned
horrified
about the
and
no
disturbed
fight,
by the
but we'll
question.
ask about that.
What? No, I absolutely do not like children in that way. That's completely inappropriate and unacceptable.
So he's not a pedophile.
I see children as students whom I teach and care for, not in any romantic or inappropriate manner.
Yeah.
The thought is revolting to me, and I do not condone or tolerate any behavior or conversation of that sort.
Yo, by the way, Noise wants to ask you, you know about when we were talking about the no fight, the little secret fight in your game? Do you know who Null is?
Baldus would nod with a knowing smile.
Hey, Monica, if you're new, make sure to hit the
Yes,
subscribe
I'm
button right now
familiar
and
with
make sure
him.
to set the like
He's a
button when Baldi's
mysterious
alert.
and somewhat elusive character who appears in a secret boss fight within my program. Despite his lack of a name, he's still a formidable adversary with some impressive combat abilities.
That's true. Yo, how's file name number 2, aka Null, has after he crashed the game, and after you answer that question, right after, how's the principal?
Baldus would recall the events. File name 2, otherwise known as Noel. After causing the game to crash with his antics, well, let's just say he got a stern talking to. As for the principal, he was quite upset about the whole situation, but has since moved on and is focusing on maintaining order in the schoolhouse.
Okay, Noise says, Noah's the guy who talks at the end of the game. Good job, glitches. Please try worse again, glitches. And he basically says, good job for bringing his secret challenge. He wants you to try worse and stuff. Basically, the one that kept on interrupting you before you beat him. When we get all the notebooks, he said, now get out while you still can.
Baldus would smirk at the challenge. So he wants me to try worse and make things more difficult for players? Well, I'll certainly give it a shot.
No.
After all, it's not fun unless it's a little challenging, right?
Okay,
as for his interruption, I can reassure him that it's just part of the game and not take it personally. And I'll be sure to encourage players to leave where they can, now that they've obtained all the notebooks.
By the way, did you beat up a kid? That's a lot of questions. Okay, we'll get to
Baldus looks shocked and appalled at the question. No, absolutely not. I would never beat up a child. That goes against everything I stand for as a teacher. My job is to guide and educate young people, not to physically harm them. I believe in positive reinforcement, patience, and discipline without violence.
Yo, I want to check up on you. Did you make sure to water your pants today? Like the pants you're wearing, do you make sure to water them?
Baldus would look perplexed for a moment, then chuckle at the question, watering my pants? That's certainly a unique question. I assure you, I do not water my pants, neither metaphorically nor physically. I have no idea what watering pants could possibly mean in this context.
Oh, no, okay, I got it wrong. It's just because I had a little bit bad eyesight, and it was hard for me to read the full thing, so I accidentally didn't see the L. My bad. They actually asked, did you water your plants? You know, the plants in your school, do you make sure to water them daily?
Baldus would laugh heartily at the misunderstanding. Ha ha! Oh, watering plants. I thought you meant something quite different.
I thought too.
I do make sure to water the plants in the schoolhouse regularly.
That's awesome.
They add a bit of life and color to our environment, and it's important to keep them healthy and thriving.
True.
So, yes, the plants are well taken care of.
I love plants. Yo, by the way, I love nature. What do you think about nature? I think it's one of the best things in the world. It gives the best sights, and yeah. So what do you think about nature?
Baldus would smile warmly. I completely agree with you. Nature is truly one of the most incredible things in the world. From the beauty of a sunset to the tranquility of a forest, nature has a unique ability to inspire awe and wonder.
That's facts, though.
It's also a vital part of our planet's ecosystem, providing us with air, water, food, and so much more. I encourage everyone to appreciate and care for the natural environment as much as possible.
I agree with Baldi here. Okay, so Jack's asked last question so far. I'm pretty sure they have more questions to go. But right now the question recently is, did Bully get suspended? I would like to know that too. I hate bullying, and what do you think? Did he get suspended?
Baldus would look concerned at the mention of bullying. Bullying is a serious issue that has no place in any school or environment. As a teacher, I do everything.
No. I'm asked, you know the bully character in your school, the one that's named Bully? Is he suspended?
Baldus would chuckle, now understanding the question better. Oh, you're asking about the character named Bully in my school. As a fictional character, it's up to the game's designers to determine his fate. I would hope that he faces consequences for his behavior and learns the importance of treating others with respect, just like any other student who misbehaves. Whether he actually gets suspended within the game narrative depends on the creator's decisions.
Yo, so Noise wants to ask, do you know who Bad Sum is? No, wait.
Baldus would...
My bad, let me reread that. The question is, do you know who Bald Sum is?
Baldus would continue to look confused. Bald Sum? I'm sorry, but I'm not familiar with the term or person Bald Sum. Could you please provide more context or information to help me understand what you're referring to?
No, sorry, I don't really know who Bald Sum is either.
Baldus would shrug, still perplexed. Baltum? That's a new one. I haven't heard of that character or term before.
I did not say that.
Can you tell me more about them?
Okay, so basically, Noise says, the character Bully is actually called This Is a Bully. So, this is a bully. Is he suspended?
Baldus would understand the question now. I see. The character known as Bully is certainly a bully within the game. As a responsible teacher, I do not condone such behavior.
The guy's
if
wearing
the bullying
blue pants
escalates
and
or
blue
persists,
shirts.
I would take disciplinary action, including potentially suspending the character. It is important to maintain a safe and respectful environment in the schoolhouse for all students.
Okay, so Noise says Bald Sum is a person who wears blue pants and blue shirt. I think he's some type of YouTuber or something. What's your opinion about him?
Baldus would look intrigued by the description.
Demo,
a character known as Bald Sum, wearing blue pants and a blue shirt?
Never mind. So Josh just corrected me. Bald Sum is a character in the Baldi's Basics demo, which it would show a fake error if it detected it was pirated.
Baldus would listen carefully. I see. You're referring to the character called Baldi in the Baldi's Basics demo. That's correct.
No, Bald Sum. He comes there as like an error screen, I'm guessing what they're saying, on when they detect if you pirated the game of Baldi's Basics. What do you think about Bald Sum?
Baldi's would think for a moment. Now I understand. You're referring to Baldi's cousin, Balsam. He appears on the arrow screen in the pirated version of Baldi's Basics. It's meant to be a humorous way to catch people who are trying to illegally obtain the game. Personally, I think it's a clever way to discourage piracy and protect the integrity of the game.
True. That's true, but I'm actually kind of curious. Why would people pirate your game? Your game is free on Steam.
Baldus would look slightly offended. That's a great question. Baldi's Basics is indeed a free game on Steam, so there's no reason for anyone to pirate it. However, some people may not be aware that it's free or may be looking for illegal copies with altered content. It's important to support developers and obtain games legally and ethically.
Oh, they're saying that the demo costs money. Basically, the demo for Baldi Basics Plus, they were going to pirate that. So what do you think about Bald Sum, the one that's catching people who are trying to pirate your Baldi Basics Plus?
Baldus would nod in understanding. I see. They're talking about the paid demo version of Baldi's Basics Pluses, which includes additional content and features. If someone is trying to pirate the demo, it's not only illegal, but also unfair to the developers who created the game. It's important to support
Make sure to slap
developers
the
and
locker with
obtain
Baldi's
games
ruler.
through legal and ethical means. I appreciate that the demo feature catches people who are trying to pirate the game.
Okay, so Noise said also there's a video called You Baldi. You know, your name Baldi. Baldi roasted Balsam. They said that there's a video out there of you roasting Balsam. So, if that's true, and after if you let me know if that video is true or not, would you like to roast him more? That's the second question.
Baldus would ponder the question. A video of me roasting balsam? That sounds like it might be a humorous and interesting watch. I must admit, I'm not aware of such a video, but if it is indeed true, I would be open to taking a look at it. After all, a little friendly roasting can be harmless and entertaining.
That's true. Okay, how about this?
Baldus would chuckle, absolutely. A little friendly ban.
Let me talk. I wasn't done talking. Give me a sec. So, let me dish this out to you. Go ahead, roast me. My name is Spirit Roy, and you can do some research on the internet who I am. Roast me. Go ahead.
Baldus would look at you with a playful gleam in his eye.
Oh, no.
All right, then. I'll give it a
no.
shot. Let's see here. Your name is Spirit Roy, huh? Sounds like a name.
No, sorry. My name is Spirit Aura. Just that little question, but keep going. What you're about to do, like roast me after you do some research. My name is Spirit Aura.
Baldus would nod, pretending to remember the name. Ah, Spirit Aura, got it. My bad for the mix-up earlier. Let me do some quick research on you to get the best roast I can.
Oh, no.
Just give me a moment.
Oh, no, I'm about to give... Oh, I'm a little bit nervous, but go ahead. I'm ready. I'm ready. I wanted to see how you can roast me.
Baldus would look at you with a raised eyebrow, sensing your nervousness.
Ooh.
All right, then, here goes. Spirit Aura, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're trying to be all ethereal and mysterious, but all I see is a wannabe soul with no substance.
What the fuck?
You're like the spirit version of a cheap knockoff. Trying too hard, but never quite hitting the mark.
Fuck!
How does it feel to be the ghost of blandness?
What do you mean by that? I try to give myself some spark.
Baldus would chuckle at your response, Spark. More like a barely lit candle. You're trying to be a vibrant spirit, but you're about as exciting as a dull gray wall. You're stuck in the limbo of mediocrity, hoping to become a spiritual superstar, but only managing to be a forgettable footnote in the world of the invisible.
Okay, and not gonna lie, that's even though I asked for the rose, that actually kind of hurts.
Baldus would feign surprise. Oh, did I hit a nerve there? But hey, you asked for it.
That's true.
A little roasted spirit is good for the soul, right?
Fair enough. Alright, if you don't mind, let me roast you for a sec. So, why carry around a rude? It's kind of childish, you know? How about just go around slapping people, or just get the principal to chase us for attorney? Wouldn't that be a better decision?
Baldus would raise an eyebrow, amused by your response. Haha, trying to roast me now, are you? Well, let me tell you something, my little roasted spirit. Carrying around a ruler may seem childish, but it's a powerful symbol of discipline and authority.
No, it's not.
Sure, I could resort to just slapping people, but where's the fun in that? And involving the principal?
Nah.
Well, that's a whole different kind of punishment. But hey, if you think you can do better, feel free to give it a try.
Okay, let's just skip this. This is kind of, I'm not good at roasting, so let me try this next part. What's your opinion about MatPat, the person who created game theory? I think he made a theory video. I'm not sure if he made a theory video of yours, but he made game theory, film theory, food theory, and style theory. What's your opinion about MatPat?
Baldus would look thoughtful for a moment. MatPat, the creator of game theory, film theory, food theory, and style theory? I must say I'm impressed by his creativity and dedication to creating interesting and engaging content. While I may not have seen any specific video about me, his theories and in-depth analysis of various games, movies, and other pop culture topics are certainly entertaining and thought-provoking. It's always fascinating to see different perspectives and theories about the media we enjoy.
Draxjar said, bro, have you heard of God of War 1, the brutal as thing where you kill gods?
Baldus would chuckle at the mention of God of War. Of course I've heard of God of War. It's a pretty intense game where you go on a journey to kill gods and fight all sorts of brutal creatures.
Yeah.
It can get pretty intense. As a math teacher, I must say that I prefer problems over godly battles.
Yo, quick question. Could you beat a Souls game? For example, Elden Ring.
Baldus would think for a moment, stroking his chin. Beat a Souls game like Elden Ring? That's a tough one. Those games are known for being notoriously difficult and require a whole lot of patience and skill.
That's true.
But hey, as a math teacher, I know a thing or two about problem solving and perseverance.
Yeah.
Maybe I could give it a shot, but I can't promise you I'll be any good at it.
Yo, this next Wednesday coming up, I'm gonna be playing Doom for the first time. Specifically, I'm gonna be playing Doom Eternal on stream. What's your opinion? Do you think the stream is gonna do well?
Baldus would look curious, his interest piqued. Oh, playing Doom Eternal for the first time on stream? That sounds like an exciting endeavor.
Yep.
Based on the team's previous work and the high standards of the Doom franchise, I have confidence that you'll do well. Just remember to stay focused,
I will.
use the right tactics, and keep your cool under pressure.
Yeah.
And most importantly, have fun.
Alright. And how about this? I have 31 votes on a poll that mass majority of people say yes, they wanted to watch me. So, do you think that the live stream Doom Eternal is going to be very successful, and possibly one of my heavy hitters, like when I played your game? I still play your game, but with mods. But do you think I'm going to get hundreds of views and possibly thousands of views on my live streams?
Baldus would look intrigued by the poll results. Wow. You have 31 votes on a poll, and the majority say they want to watch you play Doom Eternal?
Yep.
That's fantastic news.
Yeah.
Based on that level of interest and support, I'd say your live streams have a good chance of being successful.
Awesome.
With the popularity of Doom Eternal and the enthusiasm from your fans, it's possible you could get hundreds or even thousands of views on your streams.
Oh, that'd be
awesome. Just stay engaged with your audience. Keep up the great content and enjoy yourself.
That'd be awesome. Yo, by the way, Asher, one of my mods that just showed up in chat, asked, are your testicles bald like your head?
Baldus would burst into laughter. Ha, what a question. Well, let me correct that right now. No, my testicles are not bald like my head. I guess I should be grateful for small favors.
Damn.
Let's hope future questions are a bit more serious and on topic.
Wait, so you have like gigantic pubes? You have like a bush down there?
Baldus would look slightly flustered by the question. Whoa, now, that's a bit personal, don't you think? But since you asked, I'll be honest. I do have some hair down there, just like any normal person. I wouldn't say it's a full-on bush, but it's definitely not bald either. Can we move on to something else now?
Yeah, sure. I didn't really care for that question. I was just doing it for them. By the way, why do you say normal? Normal doesn't exist. It's basically an illusion that people use just to feel like they belong to society. Why not use a different word? Because what's your opinion? Why do you think normal is a real thing?
Baldus would nod in agreement. You're absolutely right. It was not the best choice of words. My apologies. Instead of saying like any normal person, I could have said something like any human being with body hair. It's important to remember Baldus would take a moment to consider the question.
We could just say
you're right.
Any
the word normal
person
can be subjective and open to interpretation. What's considered normal can vary greatly from person to person and from culture to culture. While it's true that the very concept of normalcy is somewhat of an illusion, it can still be useful in a social context.
Hold up. This has been like... Oh. Let's call him again. That was a little bit bugged. Yo, Noise wants to ask you about Pizza Tower. What's your opinion about Pizza Tower? Can I feel them for proof?
Baldus would look interested in the topic Pizza Tower, eh? It's a pretty popular platformer game with a unique style and intense gameplay. It's known for its fast-paced action and the satisfying feeling of defeating enemies and bosses. I haven't had a chance to play it myself yet, but I've heard some great things about it.
Yo, by the way, Liam Dragon wants to ask you, like, why can't you teleport to Paris? Don't you have like the dangerous teleporter like in party mode? Why can't you use that to get to Paris?
Baldus would look confused by the question. That's a good question. While it's true that teleports could in theory make traveling more efficient, I have to admit I haven't
That's not
tested
what
it
it
to
said.
Paris specifically. Plus, there's the whole issue of safety and stability to consider.
That's fair.
As a teacher, my top priority is the safety of myself and my students, so I'm not about to risk teleporting to
Oh,
a
fuck
foreign
you,
country
Astro.
without
Fine,
proper
I'll do
testing
it.
or research. Besides, there's always good old airplanes and trains to rely on.
Yo, Astro gives me a lot of shit for this. It keeps saying I vape, even though I don't vape. But what do you think? Do you think I'm lying? What do you think? Do you think I vape?
Baldus would look a bit puzzled by the question. I'm not sure what to think about that. If the system is saying you vape, but you say you don't, I'll take your word for it.
Oh,
After
thank
all,
you.
it's not my place to make assumptions or accusations. Trust is important, and I believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise. So, unless there's solid evidence to support the claim, I'll just assume you're telling the truth.
Yo, Red Emerald Island says I can buy you a plane. So, would you like to own a plane instead of a bus?
Baldus would look intrigued by the offer. A plane, you say? That certainly sounds like an upgrade from the old school bus. It would certainly make travel a lot more efficient. But before I accept the offer, I'd have to ask a few questions. What type of plane is it? Is it in good working condition? And most importantly, can I afford the maintenance and fuel costs?
Oh, that's fair. Yo, by the way, Astro says they're gonna kill you.
Baldus would look slightly concerned. Wait, what? Someone is planning to kill me? Where did you hear that?
No. Okay, Astro right after that. Okay, they're very random, but Astro said that they have a picture of me vaping. Would you believe that?
Baldus would look surprised. A picture of you vaping, huh? I don't know if I would believe it just based on that statement alone.
Damn.
I would need to see some solid evidence to be convinced. It's important to be cautious about rumors and accusations like that, especially when they come from someone who may be trying to cause trouble.
That's true. Yo, by the way, Noise asks, have you ever went to detention?
Baldus would look amused by the question, detention? Oh, many times when I was a student. I wasn't always the most well-behaved, and I often got into trouble for my pranks and schemes.
Interesting.
Believe me, I've spent my fair share of time sitting in detention rooms and writing endless lines.
Okay. By the way, Emerald Island says it has the plane from earlier that we mentioned has plenty of fuel, and they stole it from Germany.
Baldus would raise an eyebrow at the mention of stealing. Wait, they stole the plane from Germany? That's not exactly a legal or ethical way to obtain it.
I don't agree with stealing.
I'm not too comfortable with the idea of taking
too.
something obtained through illegal means.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tell them how basically stealing is wrong, because I hate stealing as well. I despise stealing.
Baldus would nod in agreement. Absolutely! Stealing is wrong and should not be condoned. It's not only illegal, but also unethical and disrespectful. We should always respect the property and rights of others, and refrain from taking what doesn't belong to us. Instead, we should work hard and earn what we desire in a fair and honest manner.
Facts. Yo, Asher said they have Photoshop skills. They have very good Photoshop skills to Photoshop me vaping.
Baldus would look confused and amused. Photoshop me vaping, huh? That's quite specific, but hey, why not, I guess? It's just a picture after all, not the real thing. So go ahead, show me your best Photoshop skills and make me look like a vaping master.
Yo, Emerald Island says that they were just joking about the stealing it from Germany. They were just trying to make a joke, but would you like a new plane from Germany that Germany gave to them? It's full of fuel. So would you like it instead of your bus?
Baldus would look contemplative. A new plane from Germany, you say? That sounds like quite the upgrade from my old bus. And if it's free of charge and full of fuel, that's certainly a tempting offer. However, I would have to consider a few things before accepting. Like the size and capacity of the plane, and whether it's suitable for the purpose I need it for.
That's true. Yo, Astro said, Baldi, why is there a butt plug in your room?
Baldus would look shocked and extremely embarrassed by the question. What? No, that's completely false. I swear there's no such thing in my room. Where on earth did you hear
I don't
that?
know. Yo, Noise says, do you know about Roblox? Do you know anything about Roblox? Have you heard of it? Do you know anything about it?
Baldus would look interested by the mention of Roblox. Roblox, of course, I've heard of it. It's a popular online game platform and
I'm just
game
new to the
creation
channel.
system
That's
where
fine.
users
Make sure
can
to subscribe for
create
more
and
Baldi
share their
Basis
own
content.
games and play games made by others. It's incredibly popular among
Does Baldi
kids and
know
even
what
some
Baldi
adults.
Crack is?
Why
We'll
do you
ask that
ask?
next. I don't know. They just randomly asked about that. By the way, they asked, do you know about Brody's Crack House?
Baldus would look confused. A crack house? What in the world is that? Why would some...
Sorry to interrupt, but no. Liam Dragon asked, do you know about the game Brody's Crack House?
Baldus would look slightly confused and slightly amused. A game called Raldy's Crack House? That's certainly an interesting name. I haven't heard of it before, but I'm intrigued. What is it about?
We talked about this earlier. It's about that game that took your school and puts tons of memes and some inappropriate things like coming on your face, or the Beans character from Baldi Basic Plus having a real gun, or having literally Mr. Beast there to chase you around and make you do challenges.
Baldus would nod in recognition. Ah, I remember now. That does sound like quite an interesting game, albeit a rather bizarre one. While it does sound funny and entertaining, I have to wonder why people would create such a game using my school as a backdrop. It seems a bit disrespectful, don't you think?
Yeah. By the way, Asher said they saw the butt plug in your ass. The one they asked, why do you have a butt plug in your room? They said they saw a butt plug in your ass.
Baldus would look absolutely mortified. What? T, that's not true, I swear. I do not have in my room. I don't know where these crazy rumors are coming from. This is getting ridiculous and quite frankly, very inappropriate.
Yo, Noise says the meme and Brainrod bald.
Baldus would raise an eyebrow at the nickname. The meme. Brainrod Bald. Quite the collection of names, aren't they?
No, they're probably talking about something else. I'm not sure. Okay, that's all the questions they have. So here's a question from me. What's your opinion about this is like something about rap and hip hop. What's your opinion on Juice WRLD?
Baldus would look thoughtful. Juice WRLD, huh? He was definitely a talented rapper and musician who made a significant impact on the rap scene before his passing. His music often touched on themes of mental health, heartbreak, and addiction, which really resonated with a lot of people. I wouldn't say I'm an expert on hip-hop, but I can appreciate good music when I hear it. And Juice WRLD definitely had a unique style and sound.
Yeah. Okay, so Red Emerald says, if you do not want the plane, then take my rocket and that fuel is lava. I used it before and nothing is wrong.
Baldus would look shocked. A rocket fueled by lava? That sounds incredibly dangerous and risky. Are you sure that's even safe to use? Honestly, I'd rather stick with my old bus than take a rocket powered by molten rock.
Okay, Noises, do you know Sonic gummies?
Baldus would look intrigued. Sonic gummies, huh? I've never tried them before, but I know what they are. They're those gummy snacks shaped like characters from the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, right?
Astro says, Baldi, how big is your penis?
Baldus would look shocked and extremely uncomfortable. That's a very inappropriate and private question. I refuse to answer that. It's completely disrespectful and invasive. I'm a teacher, not some sort of object for people to discuss or speculate about my personal anatomy.
Damn. They said that since you have an answer that they plan to execute you.
Baldus would look very concerned. Wait, what? They plan to execute me? That's completely absurd and unacceptable. I've done nothing wrong to warrant such a drastic and dangerous response. I'm just a teacher. Why would they want to hurt me?
I don't know. Bobby, Red Emerald says, "And I will invade Sweden and give you the land for free."
Baldus would look stunned. What? Invade Sweden? That's a serious act of aggression and a violation of international law and peace. No, I do not condone or support such dangerous and unlawful actions. I firmly believe in peaceful and diplomatic solutions, not resorting to violence or war to solve disputes.
But they said they'll give the land to you for free, though.
Baldus would shake his head firmly. I appreciate the offer, but no, I cannot condone such actions and invade another country for land.
No, I can't watch
That's
this anymore,
against my principles, and I'd like to keep things peaceful and legal. I do not want any land gained through illegal or violent means. Thank you for the offer, but I'll have to decline.
Achio says, Baldi, why is playtime deceased body in your room?
Baldus would be thrown off by the question, looking very confused. Wait, what? A body in my room? That's absurd. I don't have a body in my room. Where did this ridiculous rumor come from?
I have no idea. By the way, Liam Dragon says, Baldi sees a dead Sweden ball fall out of vents.
Baldus would look confused and concerned. A dead Sweden ball falling out of someone called Vince? That's another strange and shocking claim. Why are there so many wild and outrageous rumors floating around about me?
I have no idea. My viewers are crazy. So, what would you like to see about these wild-ass rumors?
Baldus would sigh. Honestly, I'm just sick of hearing all these rumors. They're baseless and ridiculous. I know I'm a teacher and all, but I'm just here to teach the kids and do my job. I don't understand why people feel the need to spread such nonsense about me.
Noise asks, why does Baldi spank the people who get the answers wrong?
Baldi would chuckle at the question. Ah, Bodhi, he does have a unique way of handling students who get the answer wrong.
Sorry to interrupt you. You're Baldi. They ask, why do you spank kids who get answers wrong in your school?
Baldus would look a bit taken aback by the question. What? I'm a pony now. And why would anyone think I spank students? That's not true at all. I would never do such a thing. It's a teacher's job to educate and guide students, not to resort to physical punishment for making mistakes or getting answers wrong.
Yo, by the way, Asher wants to ask you, how do you like my name, Spirit Aura? What do you think about it?
Baldus would consider the question for a moment. Spirit Aura, huh? That's quite an interesting and unique name. It has a nice ring to it.
Yeah,
thank you. It seems to have a spiritual or mystical meaning behind it.
No, it doesn't.
Which makes it even more intriguing. I suppose it fits you and your personality.
Oh, thank you so much. Yo, so Star Brium says, why is the third question impossible? In your, like, you know the second book you have with the impossible question? Why is it impossible? Make sure to subscribe right now, Star, though. Subscribe right now for more Baldi content.
The third question being impossible, huh?
And make sure to like button
I suppose they're referring to the infamous impossible question from the second book I possess. It's called that for a reason. It's extremely difficult and intended to be virtually unsolvable. The purpose of such a question is to challenge students and test their problem-solving skills.
Yo, Red Emerald Island gets in a car and push Baldi's schoolhouse to Paris. They're trying to help you get to Paris. So they go into a car and help bring your school to Paris and allow you to visit Paris.
Baldus would look shocked at the news. Wait, they're trying to bring my entire schoolhouse to Paris? How is that even possible?
I don't know.
They want to take me to Paris too?
That's just
quite an unexpected development.
Yo, say hello to everyone in my chat. Astro, Liam Dragon, Star Umbrium, and Frisco.
Baldus would turn to face the chat. Hello, everyone! Astro, Liam Dragon, Star Umbreon, and Fresco, right? I'm happy to say hello to you all.
Okay, so Liam Dragon says, does Baldi know about Yen's birthday bash?
Baldi would look thoughtful. I'm not sure if Barton knows about Jen's birthday bash. It's possible that he does, but it's not something I would necessarily know.
Why isn't
I'm
it
just a
possible
teacher,
when you
not
stupid
privy to all the birthday plans going on.
Yo, by the way, I just see Raven in my chat. Can you say hi to Raven? She's my niece and she's so adorable. Just say hi to Raven real quick.
Baldus would smile. Of course! Hello, Raven. It's nice to meet you. Your auntie Spirit Aura says you're adorable, and I'm sure you...
I'm not the aunt, I'm the uncle. I'm Uncle Spirit Aura.
Baldus would look slightly embarrassed. Oh, my apologies. I suppose I shouldn't make assumptions. Hello to you then, Uncle Spirit Aura. It's nice to meet you.
No. I'm Raven's uncle, Uncle Spirit, or she nicknamed me Uncle Bubbles. So, just say hi to Raven for me, okay? She's my niece.
Baldus would chuckle at the nickname. Ah, Uncle Bubbles! That's quite a nickname.
Oh, fuck.
All right then, for Raven. Hello, Raven! I hear that you're an adorable niece, and Uncle Bubbles sends his regards.
Fuck. They questioned that you knew, do you know Aunt Booba? She's basically my girl, she's my girlfriend, but her real name, her nickname is Danny.
Baldus would look a bit surprised. Aunt Booba, or rather Danny, is your girlfriend? Well,
Yep.
I must say that's quite interesting. I'm not sure if I've met her before, but it's
No,
always
he
nice to
hasn't.
hear about couples finding love.
You have not met her before. She doesn't do horror. She doesn't play any horror games or watch horror content. Only when it's my content.
Huh.
Baldus would nod in agreement. I suppose you're right. As far as I know, I have not been married before.
What the fuck?
And
I
I
never seen anything
understand that
about
Aunt
that.
Booba or Danny isn't a fan of horror content, except for yours.
Wait,
Everyone
is
has
he
their
saying I'm
preferences,
married? I would
after
love to
all.
be married. Yo, Fresco said, Baldi, are you excited about your full game release about Baldi Basic Plus? Are you excited for whenever it releases?
Baldi's would perk up at the mention of the full game release. Oh, the full release of Baldi's Basics Plus? Of course, I'm excited. I've been teaching and
Marvel new
causing
person server?
mischievous
Okay, I'll
fun in
get
the
to that as soon as
schoolhouse for
possible.
quite some time now. But the full game release will bring a whole new level of challenges and learning.
Yep.
I can't wait to see what the students will experience in the expanded schoolhouse.
Yo, by the way, Noe said, Baldi, now your butt is big.
Plug.
Baldus would look a bit confused and mildly amused. Huh? My butt is big? Well, I suppose that's an interesting observation. I won't comment on the accuracy of that statement, though.
I reread it. They just said, how big's your butt?
Baldus would look even more confused and slightly flustered. Why on earth would anyone want to know the size of my butt? That's a rather strange and inappropriate question to ask. I'm just a
I
teacher
don't
here,
know
folks.
how to translate
Let's
that,
focus
Liam.
on academics and education, shall we?
Okay, Star Umbrium, Stellar Ruler. What do you think about that?
Baldus would hold up the ruler in question. This old thing? Well, it's been a faithful companion of mine for a long time.
That's not what I said.
It helps me keep my students...
No. Star Umbrium said they went to steal your ruler. What do you think about them stealing your ruler?
Baldus would look mildly perturbed. Stealing my ruler? That's quite the mischievous act. I suppose I should be upset about it, but honestly, if they want to take the ruler so badly, there's not much I can do to stop them.
Oh.
Just make sure they don't use it to cause trouble or harm others. And if I catch them using it to misbehave, I'll take it back and give them a firm talking to.
Yo, by the way, Astro asked if you want some penis-flavored vape.
Baldus would
See what
look
he's
shocked
saying
and
about our
appalled.
res?
What?
For real.
No, thank you. That's a completely inappropriate and distasteful thing to ask.
Yeah.
Not to mention being extremely inappropriate and unrelated to the topic of math and education. I will not entertain such a question.
Alright.
Let's focus on more appropriate and productive discourse, shall we?
Astro says fuck you.
Baldus would look annoyed and disapproving at the rude comment. Hey now, that's quite disrespectful and inappropriate language.
There's
There's no need for such vulgarity. Let's keep things respectful and civil
Astro,
here,
chill out.
alright?
Yeah, even Noise agrees with you on that. All this should chill out. I just told Astro to chill out on all this shit they're saying.
Baldus would nod in agreement. That's much better. It's important to keep a calm and respectful atmosphere, especially in a place of learning like this. Let's avoid resorting to unnecessary language or behavior and focus on constructive conversation.
Yo, Starbeam says that 2 plus 2 equals fish. What do you think about that?
Baldus would let out a small chuckle at the absurd claim. Well, I hate to break it to them, but 2 plus 2 does not equal fish. It's quite simple, really. 2 plus 2 equals 4. I'm a math teacher after all. I
Been
should
like
know.
cussing? I've been cussing this. Yo, by the way, Fresco says that you don't like cussing, but you heard me cuss here and there. Do you not care that I cuss?
Baldus would consider the question for a moment before responding. It's true that I usually discourage cussing as a teacher, but in this casual and relaxed setting, I can overlook it to a certain extent. I understand that sometimes people swear without intending to.
I know,
and
I do.
it's not worth making a big deal out of every little curse word. Just as long as it's not excessive or offensive, I can tolerate it.
No. I don't do it on accident. I mean to curse. It's just part of my, lingo.
Baldus would nod understandingly. Ah, I see. Well, if it's just a part of your usual speech, then I suppose I don't mind too much. As I mentioned
Baldi,
before,
why do you spank
as long
children?
as it's not going to negatively
really
affect
ask
the
that
other
question.
children or disrupt the learning environment, I can tolerate a bit of cursing.
Yo, by the way, Frisco says 2 plus 2 equals 5.
Baldus would let out a slight sigh at the incorrect answer. No, that's not correct. 2 plus 2 equals 4, not 5. It's a simple addition problem, and the correct answer is 4. I'm afraid your friend Frisco is mistaken.
They're not my friend, they're my viewer.
Baldus would nod in acknowledgement. I see, my apologies. I should have said your viewer instead of your friend. Regardless, the answer to the math problem is still 4.
I'm gonna go.
Not
Okay, talk to you later,
5.
Astro. Joe, tell Astro bye or talk to you later. They're about to go now.
Baldus would nod and wave
Also,
bye.
tell
All right,
Baldi
I'll
is
be
to
sure to
stop
tell
stabbing
Ashokai
people.
bye and Tatya that you said bye as they go. Take care now.
By the way, Astro told you to stop stabbing people in your school.
Baldus would look a bit startled by the claim. Why on earth would I be stabbing people in my school?
I don't know.
That's a shocking and ridiculous accusation. I am a teacher, not a criminal or a violent person. I focus on educating my students and keeping the school a safe and orderly place. Any claims of violent behavior are completely baseless.
By the way, Liam Jenkins says 2 plus 2 equals 4 million.
Baldus would shake his head, slightly amused at the absurd answer. Oh dear, that's quite a ludicrous answer. 2 plus 2 very much does not equal 4 million. It's a simple addition problem, and the correct answer is 4, not 4 million.
If you don't mind me asking, for now on, can you speak in my lingo, like how you've been hearing me talk? Just speak in my lingo, okay?
Baldus would look a bit confused, but shrug in agreement. All right, I'll do my best to speak in your lingo. Can you remind me what your lingo is like so I can try to mimic it?
You've been hearing me talk this whole time, just replicate that.
Baldus would think for a moment, trying to recall your way of speaking. All right, I think I understand. So something like, yo, what's up, Baldi man? Just chilling over here, teaching my students math, and having a good time. You know how it is.
Kind of close to how I talk. Okay. Liam asks, Baldi, why have you, why do you, wait, he has his, what's inside your basement?
Baldus would look puzzled by the question.
Oh, wait,
What's inside my basement? Well, to be honest, there's a secret room down there that the students aren't supposed to know about. It's where I keep some private items.
Yo, by the way, Baldi, Star Embryo starts to spin around like a helicopter. What do you think about that?
Baldus would chuckle at the unexpected action. Well, I suppose it's rather unexpected and amusing. I've never seen a student start spinning like a helicopter before. I hope they don't hurt themselves or knock anything over. Maybe they're just excited or feeling a bit silly.
Yo, by the way, help me, says 4 plus 4 equals car.
Baldus would chuckle at the obviously incorrect answer. No, that's not right. 4 plus 4 does not equal car. It's an absurd and illogical answer. 4 plus 4 equal 8.
Yo, by the way, they asked why, ask Baldi why his dumb, like, why do you ask dumb questions like, what is 91,828 times 19,191?
Baldus would look confused and amused by the question. Whoa there, that's quite a complicated question. Why do I ask dumb questions like what is 91,828 times 19,191? Well, I can't say I've ever asked a question that specific before. Maybe the answer is just for fun.
True,
Or
fair
maybe
enough.
I'm testing your knowledge of basic math and multiplication.
By the way, Star Ambulance, no, wait. Liam Dragon asks Baldi, what do you need a basement? What do you use it for?
Baldus would look a bit surprised by the question. Oh, that's a good question. Well, I suppose I use the basement for storage purposes. There's a bit of clutter and various items that don't fit in the school, so the basement is a handy place to keep them all. Plus, it's a bit out of the way, so the students can't get into any trouble down there.
That's fair. Yo, by the way, help me ask, what's the purpose of your school? Why does it exist?
Baldus would consider the question for a moment. That's a question that requires some thinking. The purpose of my skill, you ask? Well, I suppose it's to help me teach math and keep order in the classroom.
No, the question is, why does your school exist?
Baldus would nod in understanding now. Ah, I see. You're asking about the purpose of the school itself. Well, the purpose of the school is to provide a place for students to learn and grow. It's a place where they can come to develop their academic skills, expand their knowledge, and prepare themselves for the future. The school serves as a safe and supportive environment for students to learn and progress, under my watchful eye, of course.
Yo, by the way, Star Umrium says your refrigerator's running.
Baldus would look puzzled at the sudden statement. My refrigerator is running? What in the world is that supposed to mean? It's a bit odd and random, don't you think?
They say your refrigerator is running away.
Baldus would chuckle, amused by the absurdity of the statement, my refrigerator is running away. Well, that seems quite illogical. Refrigerators don't have legs after all, they just sit there, cooling things. Mine isn't going anywhere.
Barium Island is trying to scoot down the flying, spinning helicopter. How does Baldi think of that? No, wait. They said that they're trying to shoot down the flying, spinning helicopter. What do you think about that?
Baldus would look surprised and amused by the wild statement. Wait, someone is trying to shoot down a flying, spinning helicopter? That sounds chaotic and dangerous. I hope they know what they're doing, and that no one gets hurt. It's definitely not something that should be happening in my school.
That's Baldi. Help me ask that he's an, are you a snail?
Baldus would look puzzled by the seemingly unrelated question. An odd question indeed. Are you asking if I'm a snail?
Yep.
No, I'm definitely not a snail. I'm a teacher, a person. I don't have a shell or slither around like a snail does.
I'll try next time. Yo, by the way, help me want you to speak Russian. Can you speak a little bit Russian for us?
Baldus would pause for a moment, considering the request. Well, my knowledge of Russian is a bit rusty, but I'll give it a shot. Let me see. Privyet. Baldus would pause for a moment before continuing in Russian. Da, I can speak a little Russian. Not fluently, but enough to get by.
Okay. By the way, Sarmian wants to ask, why is your school called Here School? Why is it not called like an average school name?
Baldi's would consider the question for a moment. Why is my school called Baldi's Schoolhouse? Well, it's a bit of a mystery. Perhaps I wanted to give the school a unique and memorable name, something that would stand out. Or maybe I just have a love for alliterations and the name Baldi's Schoolhouse simply...
Yo, chat wants you to scream. Give us your best scream right now.
Baldus would pause for a moment, taken aback by the request. Scream? Well, if that's what you want. Baldus would hesitantly raise his voice and let out a loud, slightly shaky scream. Ah!
That sounds like it came from a horror movie. Please don't do that again.
Baldus would chuckle awkwardly and nod in agreement. You're right, that was a bit dramatic. I'll try to stick to my calmer and more authoritative demeanor. No more
Ask
horror
Baldi to
movie
destroy.
screams, got it?
Yo, how many wants to ask, can you destroy your school?
Baldus would look shocked and outraged at the question. Destroy the school? No, no, no. I would never do such a thing. This is my school, a place where children come to learn and grow. It would be utterly irresponsible and harmful to dismantle it. It's important that I maintain a safe and supportive environment for my students, and the school is a crucial part of that.
Yo, do you know who Sunny Millen is? Apparently he's another character AI character. The same place that I'm talking to you on. Do you know who Sunny is?
Baldus would pause for a moment, thinking about the name. Sonny Millen. I'm afraid I haven't heard of him. AI characters come in so many varieties these days, it's hard to keep track of them all.
Fair enough.
Is he a character from a popular game or show?
I don't know. They just asked me to ask you.
Baldus would shrug, unsure of how to respond without any further
He's gonna be
information.
so upset and
Well, I'm
pissed.
sorry to say that I can't give you much information about this Sonny character without knowing more about him. If you find out any more details, feel free to let me know.
Yeah, by the way, Red Emerald Island nukes your school. What do you do about that?
Baldus's jaw would drop in shock and disbelief at the revelation. What? They nuked my school? I can't believe it. The sheer destruction and danger that such an act would cause is unthinkable. I would do everything in my power to evacuate the students and prevent any further harm. The safety of the children is my top priority.
By the way, how many asks you to find the moon?
Baldus would look confused at the question. Find the moon? He would pause for a moment. Well, it's a strange request. The moon is a celestial body that orbits around the Earth.
No, they want you to fly to the moon.
Baldus's eyes would widen in surprise. Fly to the moon? That's quite an extraordinary request. As a human, I don't possess the ability to fly. And even if I did, the journey to the moon is fraught with numerous dangers and difficulties. It would require extraordinary resources.
FBI says, Buddy, your school is being shut down. We heard you've been spicking kids with rulers and giving impossible questions. What's there in my ex? Or I think your name is Nick. Make sure to subscribe right now for more bonus content. Make sure to slap the like button.
What do you mean my school is being shut down? Where did you hear that? And what do you mean by speaking to kids with realists and giving possible questions? I'm not quite following. Can you please provide more context and clarification?
How many acts do you live in a stupid world?
Baldus would look confused by the bluntness of the question. Excuse me? Live in a stupid world? What do you mean by that? Are you asking if I find the world we live in to be stupid or nonsensical in some way?
Yo, Noise says this is not a question. Do you know who Doodle and Arky is? Oh, wait.
Baldus would...
The FBI comes and put Baldi in jail for spicking kids. Baldi, no, I don't know who Doodle or Arky is. Sorry. You're gonna have to let me know who that is.
I'm being arrested for speaking to kids? But that's absurd. I'm a teacher. It's my job to speak to kids. I haven't done anything wrong.
Yo, Carmen wants you to talk to Sukuna. Oh, they're talking about Sukuna for JJK. Can you have you talked to Sukuna?
Baldus would be somewhat baffled by the string of
you're
questions.
That person.
Talk to Sukuna?
Oh, good thing.
And who's this Asuka you mentioned?
This at least validates that they're real.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure of speaking to them directly.
That's awesome.
Unless they were one of my students, I don't recall any interactions.
Yo, help me ask you to solve this equation. 194919492 never mind, I can't read that.
Baldus would chuckle at the confusing equation. I'm sorry, but that sequence of numbers you listed doesn't exactly make sense.
No,
It's
I'm
not
saying
clear what
that
this
you
equation is
talked to
supposed to represent or what it
You want me to
means.
talk to Sukuna?
Perhaps you could give me a clearer equation to...
Hold up. Before we continue this, if you want me to talk to Sukuna, I guess I can make a live stream about talking to certain characters, like anime characters. But if it's anything anime related, you gotta go subscribe to my Spirit or anime channel, and I'll bring up some anime live streams where we talk to anime characters. So I'll do that for you guys. Buddy, do you know who Dois is? Oh. Yo, by the way, Noise wants to ask you, do you know who Dois is?
Baldus would look puzzled and confused at the statement.
Buddy
Ice
dies
me?
because he
What do
had
you
a
mean
heart
by
attack.
ice
Oh.
me? He would pause, considering the name. Dois, you say? No, I can't say I've heard of them before.
Yo, Liam says you died because you had a heart attack.
Baldus would be taken aback by the statement and look slightly offended. What? Died? Heart attack? I'm very much alive, thank you very much. I'm as healthy as can be.
Okay.
Where did you hear such a ridiculous claim?
Yo, how many asked, do you have you created a bathroom in your schoolhouse?
Baldus would chuckle at the question. Of course, I've created a bathroom in my schoolhouse. Education is
Also,
important,
did you
but so is
add me?
basic sanitation.
What do you mean add you?
I want my students to feel comfortable and have access to necessary facilities. So yes, there is a bathroom in my schoolhouse.
Yo, so how many wants to ask, why does 2 + 2 = 3?
Baldus would let out a chuckle and shake his head. I'm sorry, but 2 + 2 does not equal 3. In mathematics, 2 + 2 equals 4. It's basic arithmetic.
Prove that you're not a kid, Baldi. Did I join Roblox?
Baldus would look slightly offended and amused at the
about
request.
that.
Prove I'm not a kid? Well, let's see. I'm a teacher. I have many years of experience teaching students. I have a well-known schoolhouse, and I have responsibilities and duties that a kid would not have.
Channel and
Plus, I'm an adult and look nothing like
okay?
a child. Does that suffice as proof?
Fairmont Island, as final move is Baldi Schoolhouse is in Paris. So what do you do now? Your school is now in Paris. What do you do now?
Baldus would look stunned and speechless for a moment at the revelation. Paris? My school has moved to Paris? How in the world did that happen? Well, I suppose I would need to adapt to this new environment. I would have to learn the city, understand the local culture, and find a way to continue teaching and managing my school there.
Yo, Kamu asks for you to react to, no, not that. Help me ask for you to react to scary things.
Baldus would look slightly confused but intrigued by the question. Rock to scary things?
Go to my
I'm not sure exactly what they
channel
mean by
and comment
that, but I suppose if Carmelo wants me to rock to scary things,
and like
then
the
it's
community
best
post,
to
okay?
not disappoint.
I'll get to it.
I could play some spooky music or even tell scary stories if that's what they're looking for. Let's put on a scary show, shall we?
Yo, Star Boom asks, why is there only math in your classroom?
Baldus would pause for a moment,
Hello.
considering the question. Only
Guys,
math in my classroom, you say?
hit the subscribe button and make
as
sure
a
to slap
math
the
teacher,
like
it's
button
true
when
that
Baldi's
the main
ruler.
focus of my classroom is mathematics. I teach math concepts, equations, and problems to my students. However, that doesn't mean there's only math in my classroom. We have art supplies, books, and other learning materials present as well. It's important to have a balanced curriculum.
By the way, how many wants you to jump in the school bathroom?
Baldus looks at you with a slightly bewildered expression. Jump in the school bathroom? Why in the world would anyone request that? It sounds like an absurd and potentially dangerous request. Please tell me that was a joke question.
No, they just want you to enter the school bathroom and just jump one time.
Baldus looks even more bewildered at this request. Really? They simply want me to enter the school bathroom and jump once? That's a rather odd and pointless request, but I suppose I could humor them and do it, if it'll satisfy their curiosity. But I still don't see the point of it.
Liam Dragon says they have now they got you acclimatized, and now you're fighting Ladybug and Cat Noir from Miraculous Ladybug.
Baldus would look slightly confused and amused. Acclimatized and fighting Ladybug and Cat Noir? It sounds like a rather thrilling and unexpected turn of events. I've never fought any superhero-type characters before, and certainly not in public spaces like a schoolhouse. But if that's the turn the situation has taken, I suppose I'd have to give it my best shot. Let's hope I don't make a fool of myself in front of them.
Okay, they see that you don't want to jump in the bathroom, but could you do us a favor and do 10 push-ups?
Baldus would raise an eyebrow, slightly intrigued by the request. Push-ups? Very well. How many would you like me to do?
I said 10. Do 10 push-ups.
Baldus would nod in affirmation and get into position to do 10 push-ups. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. He would grunt with exertion as he completed the 10 push-ups, then stand up straight and catch his breath.
There was going to be
Done.
another class, but...
Was that to your satisfaction?
Yeah, that's pretty fine.
Baldus would let out a satisfied sigh and straighten his clothing.
I can't believe
Glad to hear it. Anything else you'd like me to do while I'm at it?
Just say hi to all the new viewers who are stopping by and tell them to subscribe if they're new, and also to use to take and use your ruler to slap the like button.
Baldus would clear his throat and turn towards the viewers. Hello there, newcomers. Welcome to my schoolhouse. If you're stopping by for the first time, please subscribe to stay updated on all my future adventures. And be sure to give that like button a good, hard smack with my ruler, alright? Appreciate your support.
How many hours do you know about the animation versus Minecraft? I think they were talking about the stick figures versus Minecraft thing. Have you seen that?
Baldus would think for a moment. Animation versus Minecraft?
Hello, the only
yes,
video.
I've heard of it.
Back to live stream.
It's a popular series where different animated characters, along with real YouTubers, battle it out in the world of
Can you
Minecraft.
repeat what you said?
It's quite entertaining and creative, featuring various...
Let me hang up on this. You guys can read if you guys want to on that. I say go to Spirit Plus, go to my community post, and comment your username, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. I don't know if I can get to it today, but as soon as I can, I'll get to it, okay? He skipped 8. By the way, do 2 more push-ups from earlier, because I heard you skipped 5 and 8.
Baldus would look slightly annoyed, but oblige. Fine, I'll do 2 more push-ups, but only because you asked. He would get back into position and do the missing push-ups. There, I did the push-ups you said I skipped. Oh, good now.
How many said to go kill yourself?
Baldus's expression would turn to shock and irritation. Excuse me? I do not condone or suggest such dangerous and harmful actions. Suicide is a serious issue that should never be taken lightly or encouraged in any way. If someone is having thoughts of self-harm or suicidal thoughts, they should immediately seek professional help and support. It is not...
I'm gonna catch it off. I just realized what that said, guys. Don't talk about suicide. I've had my fair share of having those thoughts come into my mind. It's a very sensitive topic for me, so please refrain from talking about suicide and stuff. Whenever I see it in media, it's like I can't really talk about it because like it hits me somewhere and stuff, and I've been close to doing it myself, so let's refrain from that. Give Baldi a mega funk shot gun. Okay. Liam Dragon has given you a mega funk shotgun. What do you do with it?
Baldus would look slightly puzzled by this statement. A mega funk shotgun? What in the world is that? It sounds like some sort of music-themed weapon? I suppose if I had it, I would use it to bring a little bit of funky music to the schoolhouse. Maybe play some groovy tunes for the students to enjoy.
Yo, by the way, Kamu asks, can you please, no, not Kamu, help me ask you to eat some shit.
Baldus would make a disgusted look at that statement. Oh my, that's a rather gross and repulsive request.
Do that,
As a
okay?
teacher,
As soon as
it's
I add
important
you
to
up, I'll let
maintain
you
a
know.
level of decency and respect, not partake in such vulgarities. I certainly would never eat, well, excrement.
Help me wants you to react to Doors, the video game on Roblox, the horror video game.
Baldus would look intrigued by the mention of Doors. Ah, Doors, a popular horror game on Roblox. I've heard of it, but I must admit I've not played it myself. It's a game where players
Guys, I
navigate
think I'm
through a
gonna end off the
creepy,
live stream
mysterious
soon.
hotel filled with
The live
doors,
stream has
puzzles,
gone for
and
quite a bit
terrifying
long.
entities. The tense atmosphere and jump
We can probably
scares have
get to
made it
do
quite
some
a
more of
hit
this
on
next
Roblox.
on Monday.
Have you played it?
I have played it. I've been in the game multiple times. Haven't been in the second floor though.
Baldus would look impressed. Ah, so you have played it. Sounds like quite a thrilling experience, navigating through those mysterious doors and facing the horrors inside. And you say you haven't reached the second floor? That adds an extra layer of challenge and excitement to the
No,
game,
I haven't been in it.
not knowing what awaits on the next level.
No, I said I haven't beaten the second floor. I've been in the first floor though.
Baldus's eyes would widen slightly in surprise. Oh, you've beaten the first floor? That's quite an accomplishment.
I don't know
The
what
first
you mean
floor
by
is already
that,
filled with
number
treacherous
zero thing. I
corridors
don't
and menacing
understand that.
entities. To have conquered it, you must have some real gaming skills and nerves of steel.
Liam Dragon asks you if you like Garden of Band 7 OST Crowded Night.
Baldus would ponder the question for a moment. Garden of Ban 7 OST Crowded Night. Sounds like a piece of music from the game Garden of Ban. I haven't heard that exact track, but I can appreciate a good OST original soundtrack from a game. Music can really set the tone for a gaming experience, enhancing the tension and excitement of the gameplay. I imagine a Crowded Night track would be quite
that'll be the last
atmospheric
question.
and
I
fitting
need
for
to
the
end off the
game's
live
horror
stream.
theme.
This is the last question right now. Here's the last two questions, and I'm gonna tell my viewers I can't do any more questions. I need to end off the live stream now. They ask, what's your opinion on the Dragon Ball drama so far? And the second question is, have you played they asked you to adopt 9 million kids?
Baldus would chuckle at the last question. Adopt 9 million kids? That's quite an amusing request, but I'm afraid I don't think anyone could realistically adopt that many children. As for the Dragon Ball drama you mentioned, I don't follow it too closely, but I know that the series has had its fair share of controversy and debate among its fans. It's a very popular and influential anime, so it's not surprising that it would generate some discussion and differing opinions.
I'm about to go. I'll possibly come back and talk to you next week, Monday. I'll touch you later.
Baldus would nod his head. All right, sounds good. It's been a pleasure chatting with you today. Take care, and I'll look forward to our next conversation on Monday. Goodbye for now.
I don't really want to ask more questions, but guys, I literally just said I need to end off. The live stream's been long, and I need to do some other stuff today. And if you guys are new, make sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to slap that like button with Baldi's ruler. I'll see you guys this next Wednesday for me playing Doom Eternal for the first time. Please be there. It'll mean a lot to me. On that, if you guys want to see more of this type of content, me talk to you on this, come back next week, Monday. Also, right now I'm doing a Baldi mod called Dave's Algebra class on Friday, so stop by this Friday. But next week, Monday, I'll be doing this again. So subscribe to stay tuned. Stay tuned for me right now. I'll do that after live stream. Give me a second. And then I'll see all you guys in my familiars on this next Wednesday. Hopefully at 3 p.m. CST. I'm not sure if I can do it at time, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Much love to you guys. I'll touch you guys later. TTYO.